with me, you know I brag. Boy, don't play with me, you know I brag. Where them that was saying I fell off. Boy, don't play with me, you know I. Boy, don't play with me, you know I brag.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Scalise Field at Sage Park. Facing off tonight are the Daniel Hand Tigers against your Berlin Redcoats. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tommy Morrissey Corsetti, and I am here joined by my co-host,
Cole Pike. How are you guys doing tonight? Ready to get this game on, Tommy?
Wonderful, wonderful evening here. Cole, you excited for the game?
I'm really excited for the game. Obviously, you know, this Redcoat team, I mean, I've heard great things about them, so excited to see what they can pull off today.
It's going to be a really, really great game. Alrighty, let's get into our home stats. Let's look at it. The Berlin Redcoats ranked 30th in the state with a 1-1 record and a win rate of 50%. They've scored 6 touchdowns so far this season. However, many of the players feel they should be 2-0 after a heartbreaking loss to Platt last week on a Hail Mary.
I mean, obviously, it's a Hail Mary. You don't really see it in any level of professional football, you know, Pee-wee all the way to NFL. You don't really see it, Tommy, so obviously a heartbreaking loss, but I'm excited to see what this Redcoat team brings to the table for us tonight.
I think they're going to have a great bounce-back night. Now let's look at the away team.
We're looking at Daniel Hand here.
Daniel Hand. They're ranked 11th in the state with a 2-0 record. Undefeated. They've scored 10 touchdowns. They're a good team. They're a big challenge for your Redcoats tonight.
I've heard really good things about the quarterback, heard really good things about the receiver, and actually an interesting fact that you might not have known. Last game, the number 5 receiver on Daniel Hand actually threw a touchdown to another receiver.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's impressive. You don't see that every day.
You don't really see that every day, no, Tommy.
Alrighty, let's move on to our QB comparison. Alrighty, starting tonight for your Redcoats is junior Cody Puzio. So far this season, he has 56 yards, 0 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. However, despite the slim numbers, he has a 155 passer rating with an 80% completion rate. Why don't you tell us about that Daniel Hand starter?
I mean, you got Paul Calandrelli, 235 total yards, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and I mean, in 2 games, that's a pretty outstanding stat line, especially for someone that also plays middle linebacker.
I think there's no question at all. He is the star of that team, and he is the force in which they are centered around.
Guy that pulls all the strings here, Tommy. Excited to see what he can do for us, but excited to see about this Redcoat defense, how they, you know, practice game plans against him. Excited.
And do you think them playing at home, you know, this is our home opener, do you think that's going to have a big effect on it? You know, the Red Sea here, do you think that'll really...
I mean, yeah, I mean, this Red Sea, I mean, we are seeing a very passionate fan base. We're seeing red, white, and blue in every single clothing category you can think of. We see cowboy hats, pants, shoes, shirts, overalls, you know. This is a really passionate fan base, and I'm excited to see what kind of difference that they make in this game.
I think playing at home, despite our opponent being very good, I think playing at home will give the Redcoats the motivation they need to keep this close.
I agree.
But something that might hurt them a little bit is the injuries that the Redcoats have, specifically to their offensive catalyst, Kyle Melville, having a great first 2 games of the season. However, he is out this week on concussion watch, along with several other injuries, including Nick Rivera. It's brutal.
Two seniors, 2 stars of this team. They've been here. They've, you know, experienced this level, especially for some guys that haven't experienced this level. They can lead them through it, and, you know, it's sad to see that 2 of their best players are out, but, you know, they definitely do have good backups, and I'm excited to see how they play today.
I am 100% certain the Redcoats have a next-up mentality. They are always thinking about, okay, I got to be ready just in case I get my shot, and I think they're there.
Yep.
Alrighty. Why don't you talk about the other games the Redcoats have had this season?
So the Redcoats have had a 42-7 victory to open the season versus Brantford, and I mean that was just an astounding game. I mean CJ played well, Kyle Melville especially played well, and I mean They also played Platt, and like we just talked about, the Hail Mary to win the game. Redcoats were up 15-13, the Hail Mary to win the game, and Platt ended up winning the game, I believe, 16-15, Tommy? 16-13.
Yeah. But really, I heard it was a nail-biter, a back and forth, almost a mud fest down in the lines. I think it was really just a well-played football game with just the coin did not flip the Redcoats' way at the end. Yeah. Alrighty. Now let's take a look at the weather tonight. It is 74 degrees here with a humidity of 53%, excuse me, and 1 mile per hour winds. Beautiful weather here tonight for your Redcoats. I don't think the weather will have an effect at all. You know, sometimes when it's cold or it's raining or it's snowy, you know, the game is affected, your game plan changes.
Don't have a ton of wind, looking at a gorgeous night here at Scalise
These
Field.
are almost ideal football conditions. I think the Redcoats are going to go straight ahead with the game plan they've been working on.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Danham a little bit. They are a great team, highly ranked in the state. They're playing well, undefeated. Their first game against New London, they won 36-14. Last week against Fairfield Prep, 34-3. They have really not faced a ton of competition so far this year. Do you think the Redcoats are the team to give them that opposition, to really push against them and see what can happen?
I believe they are. I mean, this amazing Redcoats, or Daniel Hand offense putting up a total of 70 points through their first 2 games, which is something that, you know, you don't really see every day, especially in high school football. And, you know, their defense is also outstanding, but I feel like if they play with resiliency and heart and a chip on their shoulder after a heartbreaking loss, that they can really pull this through, Tommy.
I think the Redcoats do have that winning mentality in them, that drive to fight and to keep fighting and to win these games, and I think that is really what is going to be their greatest ally in this game.
Yep.
So what do you think is going to be the big factor of this game so far? Do you think it's going to be Cody Puzio starting? What do you think is going to be the real thing that's going to help him?
Cody Puzio finally getting a shot. He's definitely worked towards this shot in his entire high school career. He's been waiting for this game. I feel like he's going to come out the gates hot. I feel like he's going to be playing like, you know, a really good quarterback in this first half at least, trying to set the momentum for this Redcoats offense. And I mean, that will probably set the momentum also for this Redcoat defense, who do have a freshman getting starting reps, Nick Balicki. They also have a solid secondary. Kyle Melville was playing cornerback, but now is out. So I'm excited to see how, you know, all this like new Redcoat talent and like these new guys that are coming into the starting spot perform today, Tommy.
Let me ask you, with a new QB starting today, do you think they're going to stay pass heavy, or do you think they're going to try and pound the ball up the middle, really chip away and tire out Daniel Hand's defense through the run?
I mean, what I've seen personally, I mean, Kyle Melville, I believe, was starting running back, Tommy, and he is obviously out today. So, you know, I feel like with the new quarterback and Cody Puzio, what I've seen in professional football, college football, even high school football, they love to establish a run game and slowly work the quarterback in, Tommy.
I think they're going to try and slowly work the secondary in to try and stop the run, and then they're really just going to let it fly deep and hope to get a couple good plays in. Now, let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the Redcoats are going to pull it off and have an upset tonight?
I mean, I think they are, Tommy. I feel like this Redcoats team is really going to be fighting until that final whistle, until, you know, the clock hits triple zeros in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, etc. And I feel like they will be able to win this game. I'll give you a score prediction too, Tommy. I feel like they will win this game 31-14.
31-14, effectively a Redcoat blowout.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm predicting a nail-biter tonight. I think we're going to be about mid-relative scoring, mid to low 20s. I think it's going to be right down to the wire. I think the Redcoats are going to give a good fight, but I don't know if they have it in them to really get over that hump and beat this really good team. I'm going to predict a 27-24 Daniel Hand win. I don't know if the Redcoats have it.
Daniel Hand win, huh, Tommy?
I don't know.
I disagree
really
with you,
team.
obviously, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Excited to get this game kicked off.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game regardless. Beautiful night here. The crowd is excited. Everyone's excited that football is back in Berlin.
Yes.
Yes, alrighty. Thank you guys very much for watching our pregame. We'll be back in a little bit with the game coverage.
asleep.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call him Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye, I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be sober, I gotta stay high. Put me some in the can and it's dry. Riding the special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and burgers, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here go to surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, her pride. In her back while I'm gripping her side. Big and mad back, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like pelican guys. She ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put her gas in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I taught her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call him Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock.
Cash, money, cash, Anna, bang, bang, say my I don't wanna, but it by myself. I just passed it to the door, like when it's spent. I took the Billy coupe back, then I hopped in the car. I put the bitch in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, this shit that is weedy, can't smoke in the road, right, wow. I'm still double cut up, I'm drinking, I shoot off the tires, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was 5. Keep the old ones on the shelf. Hostess around in the fire. I'm sick and tired of me. Act like they fine and telling me.
It's time for tonight's starting lineup for your Redcoats. Number 1, Lucan Dasher. Number 2, Cyrus Ravenna. Number 3, Gabriel Rio. Number 4, Caden Tirado. Number 5, Carmine Rio. Number 7, Nick Balicki. Number 9, Christian Riccatelli. Number 34, Lucas Ravenna. Number 54, Sean Granger. Number 58, Will Balicki. And number 72, Nicholas Ibrahimi. Ladies and gentlemen, your Berlin Redcoats. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now at this time we ask that you please rise if you are able and remove your caps as we honor the brave men and women who defend our freedoms at home and abroad. Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome the Berlin High School Chorus. We now ask you to please turn your attention down to midfield as the captains walk out for today's coin toss.
Do you need that wrap? I mean, Scalise right there. You're not on kickoff, right? Take your turn. Hey, please say something.
Daniel Hand will receive the opening kickoff.
5 times.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from kickoff. Daniel Hand will be receiving the opening kickoff. We are excited here for a wonderful night of Redcoats football.
I agree, Tommy. I mean, I'm just ready to see what this Redcoat team brings to the table, especially after losing, you know, a ton of seniors, especially Toby Lavender, one of their best players last year.
Yeah, absolute. I think they're going to kill it, though. I'm really excited to see how this team does. Despite the drawbacks, I think they've still got it in them to push forward.
Especially two of their best players getting injured. I'm excited to see what these guys bring to the table tonight, Tommy. And
Absolutely.
We are ready to go underway here soon at Scalise Field in Stage Park.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great night of football. Currently 52 seconds away from our opening kickoff. So let me ask you, Cole, if you're the coach here, what is your strategy in terms of kickoff? You putting it right out the back? You know you have a kicker who can put it right out the back of the end zone. Solner's got the leg. Or are you letting them return it? A team that you know is good? Are you? What is your play here?
I mean, I'm not going to really risk it here, Tommy. I think from what I've seen in any level of football, you put this ball out of the back of the end zone and you let them get their start at the 20 or 25 or whatever.
Or do you try and set the tone right here with a really well done kickoff?
I think you do. I mean, we are ready to go underway here soon. Solner will line up for us.
Lining up the kick.
Solner rocking two different cleats.
And here we go. Kickoff by Solner. Going to land at about the 10-yard line. Fielded by Daniel Hand running up the middle. Kind of the left, forward, past the 30. Taken down at the 37-yard line. Good kickoff return by Daniel Hand. Good kickoff by Daniel Hand.
What this Berlin special teams team really does well is they really try to get to that guy that they kick the ball to, Tommy.
Absolutely. All right.
Ball is spotted at their own 37-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Daniel Hand. Let's see how they do.
Ready to get lined up here. You have Torado as their quarterback replacing Melville.
Interesting. I like that move. In motion. Snap taken, handed off, cutting up the middle, bounces to the outside, is running down at that 5-yard line. Good run.
I mean, we said CJ's not going to be starting at quarterback, but if you look, he looks like it playing linebacker.
I did hear he was starting at linebacker tonight.
I'm excited to see how he does. I mean, obviously being quarterback, he's a tall, structured, strong quarterback, Tommy.
I agree. Hand off, and takes a hit initially, but he pushes forward for a 1st down.
You got Dasher, you got Dasher, you got Torado deep. I mean, I'm excited to see what these, seniors here do on the secondary. I mean, obviously, they're always looking to be physical. They're always looking to go up and get that football if they try a deep ball early in this game.
Absolutely. Snap taken, falling back, fires it to the side, incomplete.
Calandrelli throws an incomplete pass. The intended receiver was number 5, Owen Donahue. It's 2nd down and 10.
Snap taken by Calandrelli. Play action, runs it up the middle, cutting forward down near the 40. Big run up the middle for another 1st down.
Now entering Redcoats territory. This Redcoat team has to be physical. They have to watch out for the run. This is one of their special parts about their team. They are a really run-heavy team, what I've heard from Daniel Hand, but they can also pass the ball, as we saw from the stats in this quarterback.
They have to be able to defend the run, but also be aware of those passes. Looks like they're playing pretty tight in. Snap taken, runs up the middle, gets hit immediately, but staggers forward for a 7-yard gain.
I'm expecting a lot of mix-up with the run and the pass here, Tommy.
I agree. I think the use of both is what is going to really allow them to take the advantage that they're looking for in this game.
See Torado outside.
Snap taken, dropping back, passing. Incomplete. Hit his receiver in the hands, but the receiver just unable to hold on. Now looking at 3rd and 3.
Owen Donahue. It's 3rd down.
This is Daniel Hand's star offensive players if you need it.
Already lining up. 3rd and 3. Snap taken, ooh, penalty right off. Looks like it's going to be a penalty on Daniel Hand. False start on the offense. They're going to be moving back a little bit here. And that is really what you have to avoid in this game. Okay. Almost every single football coach in the world will tell you that we're looking at a 3rd and 8 here, but almost every football coach in the world will tell you you need to win the penalty game, you need to win the time of possession, and you need to win the turnovers. And if you do those 3 things, you will succeed. Snap taken, dropping back, has time, fires over the middle, and again, incomplete. Hits his receivers in the hand again, but unable to convert the pass.
That's what I was saying. This Redcoat secondary is very physical and very strong. They're ready to defend any pass, and it looks like they're going to go for it here, Tommy.
Are they really?
4th and 10 Tigers.
No, they're dropping back. Looks like they're going to punt. Ooh. Lining the punt team up at the 40. I mean, as the Redcoats, you can't really imagine a better opening drive than that, can you? I mean, you gave up some yards, but you stopped them with minimal damage. Punt going up.
Really solid defense.
And He'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback. The Redcoats will have the ball.
Paul Calandrelli punts the ball through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This Redcoat offense getting ready to take the field here. Now we're going to see Puzio getting his first ever varsity start. Ready to see how he does today, Tom.
I think the kid's got it. He seems motivated. He seems ready to go.
Been
I
working.
think he's going to do well.
I mean, I think he's been working for this moment since, you know, his freshman year of high school, Tommy, and I'm excited to see how, if he plays with a chip on his shoulder, and if they will mix up, you know, the runs with the pass and try to work him in slowly.
Absolutely. All righty, starting shotgun, no one in the backfield. Takes a snap, falls back, pocket collapsing, reception made, 5-yard gain. Great way to start. And the Redcoats are going to be moving the ball forward to start.
Trying to get Puzio comfortable here in his first varsity start. Obviously did throw a touchdown last game, but against a better defense than Platt. Are we going to see how Puzio, I feel like he's going to play well.
Absolutely. Lining up again. This time one in the backfield.
Got Rio on your left side.
Getting ready to take the snap. Got one-on-one on the left side. Going for it, falling back, pocket collapsing, running forward, using his legs. He's moving. He's past the 35, up to the 40. He's at the 50, 40. 35, 30, he's down at the 30. Huge run made by Cody Puzio.
What a run by Puzio to get.
Slicing the Daniel Hand defense like a cake, and they are into their own territory. What a play.
What a run by Cody Puzio to get into Daniel Hand territory. This is what he was a receiver. I mean, we thought he was going to be playing receiver at the varsity level this year. They ended up putting him at quarterback. He's able to use those legs. One of the fastest quarterbacks I think I've seen in high school football right now.
He just has the agility to weave between defenders and really make headwards and get through a defense into that second level, and that really, I think, is the key to beating a great team like this. Lining up for the snap. Seems to be some confusion. Player coming up. Quick player swap here. The Redcoats going to need to use a timeout now. They're lined up, and
you got Hunter Ellison in for Toronto now on the left side.
Interesting. And they're ready to play. Lining up once again, empty backfield, indicating the pass. Takes the snap, pocket collapsing. He fires. Great catch, runs into his own man, cutting forward, fighting. Great way to take advantage and get the yards after the pass. Carmine Rio for the gain of 5 yards.
Gain of 6 on the play, it's second down and 4.
Carmine Rio now taking the role of receiver now. He's a junior starting at receiver. He's on the left side here one-on-one. He's a fast receiver. He could really beat him to the spot.
This could be a huge play right now. I think they take a shot at the end zone here. Snap taken, dropping back, pocket collapsing, rushing forward, and this time he is swallowed up, has no hope to continue. And the Redcoats will take that for a loss. Looking at a 3rd and 9 here.
Holds on to the ball, he's brought down. Number 7, Kenneth Pompili.
Lining up again. Redcoats have exclusively run pass plays so far.
They got the Jesus in the backfield.
Are they going to switch it up and run it? I can't imagine. He takes the snap. Going out again, a little jump pass over the top. First down, Redcoats down at the 10. Great play. Puzio looking poised and confidence in the pocket. Another first down for the Redcoats.
Great way to get inside the red zone there. A jump pass into Jesus, floated right in the bucket by Puzio.
Unconventional way to throw the ball, but clearly they've had success for it. At the 11-yard line. Huddling up. Do you think they finally start running the ball, trying to get it up the middle, or are they going to stick with this pass offense that has been working so well for them so far?
I mean, what I've been watching in any sort of level of football, you run the ball inside the 15, inside the 10, and if it doesn't work out, you pass.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing a little QB option. Tries to run it up the middle, but he gets swallowed by that defensive line for very little gain.
One of Puzio's best parts of his game is his legs. Like we just saw, he had a huge rush to get him into Daniel Hand territory. I would not be surprised if we see that multiple times today, Tom.
I agree. I think they're going to really try and take advantage of his legs as a key factor.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
The Redcoats driving well here.
See the Red Sea going crazy
Red
over
Sea
there.
hungering for a touchdown, lining up. Snap taken, Puzio rolling to his left. Pocket staying clean under pressure, and he gets taken down behind the 20. Huge loss for the Redcoats.
Puzio is sacked by number 3, Kenny Carter.
Sacked by number 3, Kenny Carter. We are now looking at a 3rd and long here.
Puzio was flushed out to his left, was under pressure, didn't really have anybody open. Hopefully that doesn't shake up the junior starting quarterback.
It's 3rd down.
He seems to be staying pretty confident. Now you have to imagine they're going to pass the ball. They have to push to get it
pass the
that
ball.
first down or get that touchdown.
3rd and 17, you pass the ball here. Their kicker, Jake Solner, has a leg.
As long as they don't take another sack. And Puzio rolling forward, and he's swallowed up and just gets the ball out of his hand so he doesn't take the sack.
Cody Puzio throws an incomplete pass. This makes it 4th down.
And the kick unit coming out. Redcoats looking to have an early lead in this game that many thought they would not be able to have.
You're going to see the new kicker here, the senior, Jake Solner. Came from varsity soccer for his past 2 years. Now his senior year playing football.
And after watching him in warm-ups, we know he has got a leg. He's got a 41-yard field, oh, excuse me, a 37-yard field goal attempt here. Takes the snap, and, ooh, no good. No good.
Wide to the right, Tommy. I mean, it looked like a low kick for me. It did not look like a promising
First,
kick.
I thought it was blocked, but I think his nerves might have gotten the better of him. He caught the side of the football, came spinning out, and ended up wide.
But what we know from Jake Solner is he's going to shake this off. He's a very confident kicker.
I think he'll come back, he'll hit his next kick, but despite not the result you wanted, you have to imagine the Redcoats are feeling good after that. They're feeling excited and ready to get back at it and hopefully get another quick stop and get that ball back.
Defense looks promising. The first drive, Dasher out on the left side now.
Snap taken, handoff, running, cutting up the middle, going to the left, and he gets tackled from behind for a medium-sized gain of 6 yards.
Number 22, Tyler Narachi rushes the ball. He is brought down by number 54, Sean Granger.
Sean Granger with a tackle there.
2nd down.
Looking at 2nd and 4 here.
Now you got the freshman Nick Balicki in on the right side.
Oh, and it's tipped up in the air, and it is incomplete. Redcoats had a hand on it off the snap, and huge chance there for interception, but just unable to capitalize.
Great pass rush from the Redcoats. They're putting pressure. Their goal is probably to put pressure on this quarterback. He definitely can run as much as he can throw.
I think without a doubt, it seemed like in the first drive they were getting to him well, and he was making a couple mistakes there. And he takes the snap. Play action, he takes it himself, cuts up the middle, and just has enough for a first down.
Number 1, Paul Calandrelli rushes the ball for a first down for the Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10.
Tigers with a first down at the 31-yard line.
This is what they should do all game. Put pressure on him. See how he is under pressure in the pocket. See if he can roll out. And if he rolls out, set a quarterback spy. Maybe try to, flush him out to his left, throw an interception.
And off, and he is swallowed behind the line of scrimmage. Surrounded by Redcoats as they take the run for a loss.
Out to the backfield by the Redcoats defense.
I believe that was Nick Balicki, the freshman, who got in there.
A great play.
Loss of 3 on the play. It's 2nd down and 13.
2nd down and 13 now. I think because of their success, they're going to keep trying to run, gain a few yards before passing on 3rd down.
I agree, Tommy.
Takes a snap, falling back, looking to pass. Pocket pretty clean, pressure in his face. Deep ball down the side, and it is incomplete. No flag on the play. Incomplete pass down the side.
Good coverage there by Torado. Like I just said, Torado is a fast guy. He's ready for any balls over the top that Calandrelli throws.
We're now looking at a 3rd and 13. As he takes the snap, low snap, hands it off quickly. Little trick play here. On the right side, wide open, one man to beat, and he is taken down, but not before he gets that first. Great double swing there by the Tigers. Get that first down.
Looked like a low snap. They really recovered it well, trying to get around that edge. They got around the edge, got that first down. Now there's a fresh new set of downs for the hand.
Exactly. Off the bat, it seemed like it was going to be a bad play, but they recovered it well and ready to take the snap. Takes the snap, hands it off, goes to the right, cuts up the middle, and is tackled for a gain of 3 yards.
Number 22, Tyler Arachi rushes the ball.
There's CJ Riccatelli, excited to see how he plays. Usually playing quarterback.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6.
For a gain of 4. Let's see. Got no deep safety. Redcoats dropping back. The Tigers dropping back to pass. He fires it down the sideline again. And overthrown, incomplete. Carmine Rio on the defense.
Carmine Rio playing good coverage. Looked like he got beat, but it was an overthrown ball. Carmine Rio can easily get to those balls if they're placed perfectly. He's a strong, fast, and can really get up there to get that football.
Exactly. It does seem like the Tigers are forcing some throws early. It appears like they're trying to get something going that isn't really there. I think they should really just sit back, relax, and get their offense moving.
I agree, Tommy, especially with how Calandrelli's been playing. I mean, he's got to be, their signal caller here. He's got to be the guy that pulls all the strings.
Exactly. He's got to be the leader as he takes a snap, hands it off, and is immediately met in the backfield. Great tackle made. Aiden DeJesus makes the tackle, the senior. It was now 4th and 6. And the Redcoats unexpectedly have gotten a 2nd stop in a row. And
Carmine Rio back there to return this punt. Don't know how much of a leg this punter has. We'll find out.
Makes a snap, puts it up. Good kick. Fair catch called for, fielded by Rio at the 18-yard line. Got to imagine the Redcoats are still happy. They've been limiting on defense. They were happy with their drive on offense, just did not end the way they wanted to.
Especially with how people have been, talking about this game as Denningham being, this David and Goliath type matchup. This Redcoats team has been, solid.
They really have been. As they prepare for the next drive, a minute 39 left in the quarter. Excuse me, minute 23 left in the quarter. Do you think they really have enough? And Puzio takes a snap, it's high, hands it off quickly. First run for the Redcoats, and he gets swallowed instantly.
Decent run there by DeJesus, trying to just pick up yards. I feel like this drive will go into the 2nd quarter here. I feel like they're trying to play to get into the 2nd quarter, get a breath, reset, get some water, get back out on the field, and really, take over this game.
I agree. I think they really just need to get going, not worry about the clock, and they just need to push forward. Puzio, empty pocket again. They've gone pass heavy early. Takes a snap, dropping back, pocket collapsing, fires quickly for a quick gain. Number 1, Logan Dasher, the senior, makes the catch for 4 yards.
Puzio completes the pass to number 1, Logan Dasher.
Now Puzio waiting.
See, that was a low pass, but Dasher got his hands under it for a short gain. But like we just said, they're going to be playing this drive into the 2nd quarter, 38 seconds to go. Clock winding down now, you're going to be at 30 seconds. I think you just take this into the 2nd quarter.
I agree. I think the low pass likely a result of nerves. If he puts that a little higher, Dasher has the speed to maybe push that for a few extra yards. Takes a snap, dropping back, under pressure, rolling out, fires down the field. It's gone! At the 40, the 30, the 20, It's in! Touchdown, Redcoats! Rolling out to his right. He drops a phenomenal pass. Great job by the Redcoats as they take the lead 6-0.
Gabriel on that deep ball there. What a pass by the junior quarterback, Cody Puzio, to find his man deep.
Rio able to pull it in, contended, and the Redcoats now up 6-0 with 11 seconds. They were able to get in there before the quarter ended.
I thought they were going to run out that quarter. We'll see Solner line up here for the PAT. 11 seconds to spare.
He snaps it. And he gets back to it. The kick is good. Redcoats now up 7-0. 11 seconds left in the quarter.
7-0 Redcoats with 11 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
The Redcoats sideline excited. They're pumped. They feel like they got a chance in this game. The Red Sea erupted in noise after that touchdown was scored. There was confetti flying everywhere. This crowd is excited. They want to see a Redcoat win after that disappointing loss last week.
Like we said, they're playing with the chip on their shoulder. They're playing with grit. They're playing with heart. They're ready to try and get back into the momentum that they had versus Brantford.
Exactly. Solner back at the 30, ready to kick off.
Maybe kick this out of the back of the end zone.
If he has the leg, I would do it. Don't risk a return and just losing all that momentum you just built up.
Two different cleats today for Solner.
He kicks it. Good kick, but that's going to land short at about the 10. And is returned by Daniel Hand. Zipping forward, met by Redcoats, bounces out to his left. He cuts forward. Taken down just past the 40. 1 second remaining in the quarter.
I mean, they got to kick this out of the back of the end zone. Solner has the leg for it. Both of their returns have been really solid. This team has to get right to him and tackle solid.
Early thing I've noticed is the Tigers special teams is easily playing better than the Redcoats.
Obviously, yeah.
They've been putting good pressure on the field goal and the PAT. They've had 2 great returns. Now an empty pocket. Oh. Timeout called by the Redcoats.
Like we just saw on the special teams, they've been definitely playing solid. They've gotten to the point where Carmine Rio had to fair catch it. Their punter especially has the leg to it. He got that first punt out of the back of the end zone. So their punter has a leg. They get out to him quick if it's not out of the back of the end zone. You're going to see a lot, and I mean a lot of good punts from this Daniel Hand punter today if this Redcoat team forces punts, which they should.
So far, they've done a great job doing it. They've been limiting the run, preventing the pass, forcing them into 3rd and long situations, which is just never a way that you can win a football game. You've got to get into 3rd and short and take advantage there.
Fox Sports Radio, AM 1300, WABZ, and the iHeartRadio app.
I think that you have to call that first quarter a success for the Redcoats. I don't know if there's any other way you can put it. They're up
solid
score.
Defense, solid offense, long passes.
They're sitting back. They're playing well enough that when they have those explosive plays, they're really able to take advantage of them.
I mean, you could see Cody Puzio feels comfortable already in the pocket, especially when he's under pressure using his legs.
Snap taken, instantly thrown out to the right, cutting forward. Ooh, big tackle. The 49-yard line.
Completes the pass to number 22, Tyler Narachi. Good job, boys! That marks the end of the first quarter.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. Redcoats up 7-0.
Daniel Hand 0.
Overall, it seems the Redcoats, despite having a relatively similar time of possession, the Redcoats seem to be easily.
Yeah, they look like the better team here. I mean, an hour 15 drive from Daniel Hand, that can't feel so good on the legs especially. And I mean, we've seen the Redcoats, they took this game serious all week. They've been ready, preparing for this game. I've talked to some of the players at school. I mean, these guys have said that they wanted to take their heads off. They are ready to play. They are hyped.
They are, and they I'm sure, are thrilled with how they're doing as they switch sides now at the quarter.
So at least come see me. I'm on the top row. And I'm standing alone. Tim. Tim over here. Tim Molly. What's up? Susie over here.
And as they line up to take the snap, empty pocket again. Takes a snap, runs forward instantly, gets through, and is taken down from behind.
Paul Calantrelli rushes the ball for the first play on the
Lucas Revenoff, his second tackle in a row, is really playing as a force on that in that Redcoats defense.
It's 1st and 10, Tigers. Ball on the Redcoats.
I mean, obviously, Lucas Revenoff has the closing speed to try and get on any outside runs from the quarterback, direct snap, or, you know, the handoff to the running back to the outside. He definitely has the closing speed to get into there.
Absolutely. Handed off, cut up the middle, and is hit instantly, taken down for a 3-yard gain. Lucas Revenoff with another tackle. He's playing with force on that defensive line.
He rushes the ball for the Redcoats. Official timeout on the field.
We're looking at a 2nd and 7 here. We got a quick injury here on the field.
And it looks like Cyrus Revenoff, Lucas's brother, is the man that is injured.
He appears to be walking off under his own power, which is always a good sign. He's probably just a little bit rattled up after that play.
Maybe a little bit shaken up, maybe take a couple plays, you know, get yourself reset, get back in there.
Absolutely. You can see across the way Daniel Hand with a small student section of their own.
I mean, obviously an hour 15 drive. I don't know if I would, obviously, Tommy. I don't know if I would drive an hour 15.
Just a small student section of maybe 10 to 12 wearing neon as the Tigers get ready to take the snap.
Not even in the stands, right in the front on the gates.
Snap taken, handed off, cutting to the left. He was hit pretty quickly. The Red Sea, I mean, thriving with the cheerleaders.
Let's look at the student section. Ready. I mean, in the front row, I mean, you see USA on, you see a ton of guys wearing red, white, and blue, showing their passion, showing, you know, how much they love opening night in football.
The Redcoats really are excited to be here tonight and to be ready to play. Snap taken, rolling to his left, looking to throw, flips his hips, guns it up the middle, and it is incomplete. Great play by Caden Tirado, the senior, getting in there.
Great coverage by Tirado to get right in there to deflect that football down. Now, instead of being inside the 15, now they're all the way back inside, you know, the 40.
You know, both Tirado and Carmine Real both have seemingly given up these routes, but have the closing speed to get back in there and make a contested play, and they've been successful in it so far.
It's definitely what, I mean, I've heard personally of these last 2 games against Brantford and Platte. They have the closing speed to get in there on that deep ball.
4th and 7 here. The Tigers going for it. Oh. And the timeout called. Looks like Daniel Hand is trying to get him to jump off sides, but are they going to send out the punt team, or do you think they're going to try and go for it?
Obviously, if you go for it on 4th and 7 and then you call a timeout, I don't think they would really want to punt 3 times in a row because this Redcoat team has already had momentum. I don't know if they want, you know, to punt this and play it safe, but, you know, they're in the Redcoats territory. A punt into the end zone brings them, you know, outside to the 20-yard line instead of where they could be inside the 5.
I mean, I really think that the Redcoats, they've been playing well defensively. I think the Tigers, I think they're going to decide to go for it here. They think that if they punt it, they'll be brought out to the 20 or they'll be returned a little further. And at that point, they might as well just go for it, try and get a little momentum switch and keep pushing on now. Them coming back out and lining up.
I agree, yep. And it
It appears as if they are punting. My prediction, wildly wrong. The Red Sea roaring.
This Red Sea is absolutely loud.
Oh, a fake punt. And the Tigers with a first down on a fake punt. What a play.
Fakes the punt and completes a pass.
Riccatelli with the tackle, but
A fake punt, you barely see that.
That
And
is-
it caught the Redcoats off guard.
Clearly
Clearly he was
caught the
wide
Redcoats.
open. You barely see a fake punt in any sort of football.
especially this early in the game, was nowhere near expected, and it seems they are moving quick, wanting to take that momentum. Snap taken, play action, fires it to his left. Tackle made by Logan Dasher again, but a gain of a few.
Pass to number 5, Owen Donahue. Tackle is made by number 1, Logan Dasher.
That fake punt.
Seems the Tigers are going no huddle here. They want to move the ball. An empty backfield again.
Trying to get their momentum. Trying to reset this game.
Snap taken. Play action. He takes it himself. He's cutting forward. And he ends up in a pile of Redcoats. Down inside the 5.
And rushes for a first down.
They shut down the
first
pass
down.
really well. Daniel Handhouse relied on Calandrelli to run the ball. This is what they've been relying on so far in this game, barely passing. And when he does pass, you see incompletions.
It seems that as if at this point Calandrelli is truly the driving force behind the Tigers. Continuing here, and they run in for a touchdown. Calandrelli handing it off, and the Tigers bring it to 6-7 with 9:25 left in the quarter.
I mean, that was a shocking drive. Going for a fake punt this early in the game, you don't ever see that, obviously, like I just said. And I mean, I just think that this, Redcoats offense, if they can reset momentum, get Puzio back in the game, get him back rolling.
Exactly. But that is the kind of thing, going for 2, rushing forward, and they drive in for the 2-point conversion.
He's a strong quarterback. Obviously, he's also a linebacker. He's a really strong quarterback. Once he runs, it's going to be tough to tackle him. He's going to be running through arm tackles.
Playing well. I really think that is the kind of momentum flipping play that the Redcoats had to avoid. They had to avoid giving up something that's going to completely turn the tide. And now the Tigers are going into this defensive possession thinking, well,
Yep.
we got to stop here, and they're up 2 possession, and that's really.
But I
the
believe
point.
that I believe that Puzio,
I think that the Tigers right here are looking for a quick stop. They're looking to turn the tide, keep it with them, just cut off any amount of Redcoat momentum that they had during those first couple of drives of the game.
I don't think they will. I think Puzio is already comfortable. He's already got settled in after that touchdown. He's obviously a fast quarterback. He's ready, to run if he's under pressure. He has the ability to get outside the pocket and launch it deep like we just saw to Gabriel earlier.
Kickoff to the 10. Received, cutting up the middle, bounces to his right and is wrapped up. Oh, and a foul.
Flag on the play. Don't know what the flag
Flag on
is.
the play.
I'm guessing this will be on the Redcoats.
Yeah, I would guess likely an illegal block.
I think it might have been on Tirado.
Tirado called for the penalty, and the Redcoats are going to have to move it back a little bit.
Now they're pushed back inside the 5. But, I mean, we just saw them, score a touchdown inside the 10. I'm excited to see what they do, knowing that they're facing a challenge, knowing that they're facing adversity from a ton of people across the state.
I know, but this is not the kind of thing that you can let happen. You need to get your momentum back right here, and they just slipped.
First and 10 ball in their own 9.
Penalty, and now they're on their own 9.
You have DeJesus in the backfield. I mean, I think this is a run here, Tommy.
I would agree. Just get up the middle, get yourself a little bit of room before airing it out. I am seeing one-on-one on the right here. Puzio might be inclined for a little play action, and then to try and
This Redcoats O-line
Get
has
up
to
the
block
sideline.
well. They have to block well if
Exactly.
they want to get outside the 10. If they want to get outside their own territory, they have to block well here.
Puzio's key. Ooh, and play called dead. Timeout by the Redcoats. Puzio's key right now has been he's getting the ball out quick. He's been stepping forward in the pocket. He's been firing it. And I think that if the Redcoats are unable to continue that
The thing that's
Daniel Hand has been dominating in the trenches so far.
I mean, yeah, Tommy, but the thing that separates Puzio from, Daniel Hand's quarterback, Calandrelli, I mean, he's not trying to be the hero. He's not looking for that home run ball. He's looking for a 3-4 yard gain, trying to, use their downs. They have 3 of them using their downs, trying to get that first down, drive down the field. Obviously, we saw a drive where they could have scored a field goal, just missed it, and then a big touchdown drive from the Redcoats. And I mean, Puzio's now looking for that home run ball. If it's there, he's definitely going to take it, but he's looking for 3, 4, maybe even 5 yard passes to try and just, get guys rotated in.
He's playing smart football. He's taking what's given to him, but he's going for it if he sees any glimmer of an opportunity. And now lining up, one in the backfield again. Again, I'm seeing this one-on-one on the right side. I can't imagine Puzio isn't going to want to fire it down there, but takes the snap.
High snap.
High snap, hands it off, and he gets wrapped up in the backfield. Obviously, that is about the worst thing that can happen to you. For a loss of a few yards, and now the Redcoats are really going to have to get something.
Like we said, I thought it was going to be a run, and it was, but now you probably have to pass the ball. You just got tackled. I believe it was a tackle for loss or maybe even just a short gain, but you have to now pass the ball. You want to get that first down. You want to get outside of your territory. You want to get into Daniel Hand territory, get into field goal range, get points on the board because you're down.
They've got to imagine they're going to try and get one over the middle here, something short, and let the receivers use their legs and keep pushing forward. Motion. High snap, passes it quickly out to the side, swallowed up, but not after a gain of 2 yards. And now the Redcoats on a 3rd and long.
Jared Riley, I believe, is the center. He's, not snapping the ball well these past 2 plays. They've been high snaps. He's got to get him right where Puzio wants him, probably down in his chest or abdomen.
Looking at 3rd and 9 here. I think that
you definitely
Riley
pass
is
it here.
You've got to pass it. I think, being deep in their own territory, he's just got to breathe. He's got to calm down. He knows what he's doing. He's got to hit Puzio in the hands and let him get it out quick. Oh, and pressure in his face. And incomplete on the sideline.
Cody Puzio throws an incomplete pass
intended for Gabriel there on the near sideline. Obviously, Cody Puzio flushed out to his right early. I mean, the smart football play would just to be thrown away. I mean, you're inside your own territory. You don't really want to risk an interception or a sack, especially because you're under pressure in the end zone.
Was a very risky throw. If that was intercepted, it's almost certainly returned for a touchdown. Redcoats now are going to be punting it. However, this deep in their territory, you've got to block well.
First punt of the day for the Redcoats.
It's not a situation in which you can give up.
Cam Lavoie back to punt.
Anything. And punted, a good punt. Fair catch called for at the 41 by the Tigers. Just under 8 minutes left in the half. Redcoats down 7-8 as the Tigers offense takes the field, hoping to extend that lead they already have going into the half. However, it is worthwhile mentioning the Redcoats get the ball after the half. So even if the Tigers score here, they could score right before the half, get them right after, and still be leading very soon into the second half of this game. Now, motion, snap taken. Play action, cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, going forward, and he is gone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Like I just said, you have to watch out for this quarterback option. Though runs up the middle is really what's going to affect them.
Oh, excuse me. We have a flag on the play. Holding. Offense, it's coming back. What a relief the Redcoats must feel.
But like I just said, you have to watch out for that. I mean, obviously there was holding on the play, but that might not happen every time. You might not get that flag. Those runs up the middle, he's going to be running through arm tackles numerous times. Obviously, because he is a linebacker, he's a strong, tall quarterback. That is a great runner.
There's no doubt that he has the power to run through a lot of these defenders. You really cannot let a penalty like that save you from so many touchdowns.
This Red Sea, still hyped, still a lot of people that showed up for this opening night game at Scalise Field.
Flags are waving, they are ready to go.
Face paint, see everything red, white, and blue, Tommy.
Calandrelli lining up. One man to his left takes a snap. Hands it off to number 22, drives forward on the right side for a short gain.
Tyler Narachi keeps the ball for the Tigers.
Tyler
Second
Narachi,
and 7
the
here.
senior running back for Daniel Hand, number 22. He's been a pretty solid running back in these last couple of games for Daniel Hand.
Play at 2nd and 7.
Now at a 2nd and 7. You got to imagine this is a situation where Handel is going to take a shot toward the end zone. They've got one more down to play with. I think they're going to.
Got Dasher and Torado. Your two cornerbacks have closing speed. Obviously, you have Gabriel, who also has closing speed, and I believe that's Carmine Rio.
Taken, swung out to the right. 22 continuing. Just chunk out these 3 or 4 yard gains.
I think this play here now, Tommy, you pass it. I don't know if you run in, try just to get 3 points. I think you pass the ball, try to go for the end zone, maybe even get 6 points here.
I disagree. 3rd and short, I think you've got to push it up the middle, get that first down, and then I think then you let it fly.
They're not too short, though. They
However,
are on 3rd and 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to go for it.
These cornerbacks have been
Regardless of the
playing really well. Torado with the closing speed, obviously on these deep balls, they have not been effective. This could also be a run from the quarterback.
Dropping back, passing it over the middle for a short gain, but enough for a first down as he's taken down by Lucas Revenoff.
Like I just said, you have to watch out for those passes inside this territory. I mean, 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, you normally would pass the ball unless you're inside the 5.
Seems like all the momentum the Redcoats had during those first 3 or 4 drives has slowly faded away.
This student section still is going to be hyped no matter what happens.
Gallandrelli rolling to the left, fires it wide open in the back of the end zone, but it is overthrown.
Just like I said, the pressure that they're going to bring on the quarterback, force him to get it out quick. Just like that, we saw it there. He completely missed his receiver out of the back of the end zone.
The Redcoats can win in the trenches. That is the main way they can get back in this game. Start pushing up into the quarterback, making him throw quick, inaccurately. That is what is going to keep them going. And look at 2nd and 10 here, deep in the red zone. 1-on-1 on the left side here. Fired, and that is a touchdown by the Tigers on a slant route over the middle. Gallandrelli hits his receiver. And now the Tigers are up 14-7.
I mean, he hit number 6, Quinton O'Day, the senior. For a quick pass, easy touchdown for Daniel Hand. This Redcoat offense, now that secondary, I mean, they're not so strong here inside the 10 so far. It's looked like in this type of moment.
Exactly. Their strength is in making up that ground. Now Daniel Hand going for the 2-point conversion once again.
Quarterback run up the middle. That's what we could see right here.
Yep. You called it perfectly. Quarterback run up the middle.
They were looking for a late hit.
I don't think it was a late hit. I think it was still
running in the end zone there. But, those runs up the middle, and this student section, they're still going to be hyped. I mean, they're still in this game. If they score here, they get the ball at half.
They are. The student section, and now we're going to take a look at our Redcoat replay.
So this big play here to Gabriel off the big pass from Cody Puzio. Got in comfortably, fit it right there where only Gabriel could get it. Caught it, got away from his man, went off to the races.
It was a great play. It was at the point where the Redcoats were really feeling it themselves. They had the momentum, they were ready to go, but let's see, can they take control of this drive? Are they going to try and play the explosive offense that has helped them so far this game? Or are they going to try and take it slow, run it up the middle, tire out Daniel Hand before the half?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with 3 points. You score 3 points, you're in a 16-10 game. Get a stop on defense, get the ball at half.
Exactly. I think the key here is they got to get it within 1 possession. If they have it within 1 possession, they don't need a defensive stop to tie or take the lead again. Oh. And as he kicks it off, a little lower than his other kicks tonight, inside the 5, and his foot was on the line. That is a touchback.
Can't take it out of the end zone. Can't take it out of the end zone if you're in high school. This is not NFL rules. This is high school rules. If you're in the end zone, it's automatically a touchback.
Exactly. Carmine Rio seemingly upset. He didn't think his foot was in, but out comes Puzio again.
We're nearing the halfway mark of this game. Now this Redcoat offense, they have to be explosive. I mean, I said 3 points is, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but I know they would prefer 7 points to try and get back in this game, make it even a 2, maybe even a 1-point game.
I think they're going to allow Puzio's dynamic playmaking to work as he rolls out to his right. Then he's going to throw it away.
Smart play there. You're out of the pocket. The only man that's open, the only options across the middle. Logan Dasher's completely covered on the near side. The only options across the middle, and if you're a quarterback, you never throw across the middle unless it's absolutely necessary. Just throw it away. That's a smart play.
And I think that really is one of his greatest attributes. He plays smart football. He doesn't force anything.
Great football.
Every play he's trying to do, he's just trying to get the yards, make the smart play, not make any big mess ups. He's limiting turnovers that way, and I think it's really effective for him.
Yep.
As you can see in that back left corner, the Redcoat band is lining up as Puzio play action, tries to force it up the middle, bounces off of his center, and is wrapped up pretty quickly.
Cody Puzio keeps the ball on the ground for no gain on the play. 3rd and 10 ball on the
Play ending for no gain. And the Redcoats huddle up. You got to think, 3rd and 10, what are they going to do here? They have to get that first down. They have to get their momentum going.
You see Gabriel, he's one-on-one here on the right side. Number 2's playing deep on him. You know he's going to go for that deep ball.
He's trying to limit that deep pass as he cuts up the middle.
He's going for him.
Fired down the sideline, but overthrown.
Like we just said, you got to watch out for that deep ball if you're Daniel Hand on Gabriel. Obviously, the big touchdown pass earlier in this game. Now Gabriel, he could have been open, just overthrown just a bit.
And with Melville out, you have to imagine that Rio is going to be that primary offensive weapon. But
yeah.
Well, after a quick 3 and out, the Redcoat punt team is in, and this is the last thing the Redcoats could have done. This momentum killer is really just brutal for the Redcoats.
Switching up punters here from Cam Lavoie to Cyrus Revenoff in at punting.
Interesting. Probably looking for a little bit of a
bigger kick here.
Bigger kick. Almost blocked, but a great kick.
Will be fielded back.
Oh, and a great roll. Takes a Redcoat bounce inside the 20, settling at the 17-yard line. And that was about as perfect as it could have been for the Redcoats. Pushing the Tigers all the way back into their own red zone, and now the Redcoats.
They got a great roll there, Tommy.
Exactly. They've got a couple of. They should have a couple of chances here to make some defensive plays and really maybe get the ball back one more time before the half.
Now this ball's inside the 15, near the 20. Now if you play solid defense here, you could keep them, hold them in their own territory, get a punt, and then get this ball back.
Oh. He takes a snap, tosses out to the right, and despite being hit early, pushed forward for a 4-yard gain. The Tigers are playing a lot of these little halfback tosses, really allowing their players to make the plays, allowing them to use their legs and their bodies, push forward, break tackles, and really get forward.
That's what we said, mixing up the run with the pass is something that they're going to be doing, but they've really been run dominant so far in this first half.
Exactly, they've had so much more success with the run. Another handoff, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Lucas Revenoff right in the mix, the first to hit him.
Revenoff playing amazing in this first half, got right to the running back. That's what they need.
He's got a couple tackles now tonight with a 3rd down.
Let's go, defense!
3rd and 7, a loss of 1 yard on that play. And the crowd trying to get the Redcoats into it. Let's see if they can get that stop. Snap taken, rolling out to the right. He's cutting through and gets enough for that first down. Cuts through the Redcoat defense.
You got to be aware every play. They're running the option multiple times. This is how they scored every 2-point conversion. It's even how they scored a touchdown on that last play.
They're working this double run option along with the pass. It is so effective. You really have to focus. You have to place this QB spy. You have to have someone watching the running back. You have to have good coverage deep really to stop it. And that's something really difficult for any team to do.
Dasher on O'Day one-on-one on the right side.
Snap taken low, handed off, cuts up the middle, wrapped up by Richie Telly in the middle, as well as Cyrus Revenoff. for a short gain of 2 yards.
Coming to a close, I mean, I think you have to get in field goal range because the Redcoats can get this game to a 1 or 2 point game. So I feel like you have to get a field goal here to try and, you know, separate yourself even more to try and get a comfortable lead going into the
I
half.
imagine the Tigers are trying just to get in field goal range and to bleed that clock out. And Tigers are lining up for 2nd and 8 here. Motion across, takes the snap, hits the screen out on the side, breaks 1 tackle before he's dragged out of bounds with a flag on the play.
Paul Calandrelli completes the pass to number 80, Samuel Markovitz.
I believe that's an illegal block in the back. So they're going to be pushed way back to what they would have gotten. They would have gotten near the 1st down, but now they're being pushed back.
Should be looking at a 3rd and long.
I think you pass it here, Tommy.
You've got to try and get something over the middle. They've got dynamic receivers that are able to break those tackles and really push forward. You've got to really try and create a gain that way. Yeah, looking at a 2nd and 20 here after the penalty. I think if you're the Tigers here, you really just got to try and chunk out that. Try and get 10 here and 10 on the next play.
I mean, I agree. 2nd and 20.
Snap taken by Calandrelli. Dropping back to pass. Clean pocket, rolling out to his right, and he's got no one there. He's going to run. Revenoff misses the tackle.
Now they got a respectable 3rd down range. They're in all right 3rd down range here. So I think it's going to be a pass right up the middle here.
Absolutely. Or they're going to do that double run option again that has been working like a charm.
Yeah. They got to watch out for this quarterback run. They got to watch out for it. They can't let him get this 1st down if they want a chance to, you know, even get this game into a, you know, 50-50 game.
They really got to keep the pressure in his face, but not let that pocket collapse in a way where he can push that ball upfield.
Yep.
It's Calandrelli. Once again, joined in the backfield. Moving out to the right. Ooh, bad snap, and he is wrapped up for a 1-yard gain.
Probably going to be seeing a punt here from this Daniel Hand team. This Redcoats team has now just probably forced a punt, and this is exactly what they wanted. If they can get a field goal here, they get the ball at half. If they score a touchdown, they have a chance at leading, Tommy.
I've got to ask you, do you think they're going to fake the punt again? It worked so well last time, but you got to imagine the Redcoats are ready for it now. They're watching for it.
I was just about to say that. I mean, I feel like they're ready for it. They're going to be watching for the fake punt. I don't think you do it when you're inside, you know, your own 35.
I agree. And the punt now, a good distance, fair catch called for at the 33-yard line by Carmine Rio.
Puzier ready to come back out.
Now, but the Tigers did a good job. They bled that clock with 47 seconds left. The Redcoats really have to run a quick 1-minute drill and try and get the ball in the field goal range. I can't imagine they're going to go for the touchdown here. They got to go for the tie.
Got to try and get in field goal range. I mean, the field goal range, 36, 37-yard line. Obviously, Solner has a leg.
But he did miss that first kick bad, so ideally you're trying to get inside the 30. If you can get inside the 30, you're looking at about a 45, 46-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And that should be doable by Solner.
Empty backfield here for Puzio.
Empty backfield, as you said. And motion across the front, snap taken, rolling out to his right. He fakes the toss, wide open, pass down the sideline. Oh, it is incomplete. The pass just offline to the right.
He would have had him. It just sailed out of bounds. He was on the near sideline.
And Gabe Rio was the intended receiver. You got to imagine maybe the rolling right led to the inaccuracy on that pass, just a little bit off. Would have been a huge play for the Redcoats. If they complete that, you got to imagine he's falling out of bounds. And you got to imagine that then they're going to go for the end zone, right?
Yeah. I mean, they would have gotten field goal range here, and I feel like they would have probably just ran the ball, maybe 2 o'clock, if they get a touchdown, they get a touchdown, but kick a field goal. But now I think you got to take a shot deep. You have 3 receivers on the right side.
Absolutely. Not a shot deep, at least something over the middle. Puzio rolling to his right under pressure, and he tries to stay in bounds, but goes out of bounds. A yard back, and now going to be looking at a 3rd and 12 here.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 10.
They're in 12 here, 33 seconds. I think you take a take a
3rd and
shot.
10. But yeah, I agree with you. They gotta try and fire it. I'd say over the middle, just get the first down. Try to get it somewhere in the middle of that big Redcoat B.
They have a timeout here. Take a shot over the middle, maybe get another play and call a timeout, try to get a couple more yards, then get a field goal.
Exactly. I think that's really what they got to be going for. Motion as he takes the snap back. Pressure in his face. He's rolling to the right. He's going to use his legs, and he goes out of bounds. Now,
You're left with a decision. Do you go for it or do you punt?
I would say go for it. You're already down. You've got good creation on the ground and in the air. I'd say you try and get it over the middle. Worst case scenario.
They're not in gimme field goal range either, and it looks like they're going to punt.
Are they going to punt? Interesting. Looks like Cyrus Revenoff again is out there for the punt. Looks like they're really just trying to push that punt way down the field, not give any hope at all to a good return.
Yeah. They're back deep. They know he can.
Low
they know he
snap.
has a really good role
Lets
here.
it go. Great punt. It is fielded inside the 20. He's going to return it. He's cutting up the inside. And he's free and taken down just past the 40. Marked down at the 43.
Under 15 seconds to go. Do you take a deep shot or do you just let the clock run?
I would say you try and get yourself at about the 35 on this play. Take a pass over the middle, run some slants, hit someone over the middle. You got to the timeouts. You call the timeout, and then you take the shot down the sideline. After that, you should have enough time to kick a field goal if you're incomplete on that touchdown.
I would agree.
All right. Do you think the Tigers might, with the strength of that quarterback's legs and the timeouts they have, might try and rip a run off here before taking that shot?
I think they might. I think they probably should.
Dropping back. He's firing quick. He's going back, breaking a tackle. They don't let him get out of bounds, but the timeout is called. 4 seconds left.
I think they're going to take a shot deep here. I think they're going to try and throw end zone.
Absolutely. And they'll just try and drop it down into that corner.
Timeout called by Daniel Haynes, their second charge time out of the half.
4 seconds left. Let's see. Right after this half, we do have the Redcoat Marching Band ready to perform their field show. They're lining up and getting ready. I've heard they have a great show this year.
I would agree with you, Tommy. I'm excited to see what the band would be able to do during the halftime, try to keep these, fans entertained and possibly even off their phones.
Absolutely. Now, if you're the Redcoats, what is your defensive strategy? You have to put some pressure in his face, and you have to spy the QB.
Yep. You have to
All
spy.
right, then I'm going to rush 3. I'm going to have Richard Telly on a spy for the QB,
Yeah.
and I'm going to play good deep defense. Do not give up anything over the top.
I'm gonna watch the run. I'm gonna send our fastest corners, our fastest defensive backs deep. They're able to to jump and get up for it.
He takes the
Here we go.
snap, rushing 4, pressure, keeping the pocket, big throw deep, and it is incomplete.
Solid
Good
half here from the
defense
Redcoats.
down there. And despite the underdogs, the Redcoats are only down 16-7 going into halftime. A good first half by the Redcoats. They limited the explosiveness. They played decent enough defense to keep them in this. They have the ball back after the half. I think they have a shot to get right back into this. Do you?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, they've been playing really solid. They've been playing with a chip on their shoulder. They've been playing with heart. They've been playing with resilience. They've been playing with grit. I mean, I believe that Puzio can get settled right back in, and I feel like, if they get some momentum, this game could really, really, really be in the Redcoats' favor.
I agree. I think that if Puzio gets in that rhythm, then they're good to go. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back after the halftime show.
From their 2024 show, Mission to Mars, which features classical, movie, and pop tunes all in one show. This evening, the band will perform 2 selections from the show Mission to Mars, Red Planet Mashup based on Mars by Gustav Holst, and 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars.
Gardner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Berlin High School Redcoats marching band! All right, fans, it's now time to get out those 50-50 raffle tickets as we've picked our winner. If you hear your ticket number, please come on up to the press box and collect your prize of not one, but $200. The winning ticket number is 4678867. Once again, the winning ticket number is 4678867. And one more time, the winning ticket number is 4678867. That is your ticket number. Come on up to the press box and collect your prize. Once again, it's 467.
Hey, even if it's not.
Hello, and we are ready to start this second half. 16-7, Daniel Hand leads, and I'm here without Tommy Crissetti, who should be back shortly as we get ready to kick off this second half.
To start the second half, Wilson Walker is set to kick it away.
Ready to kick it away, and we are underway here in the second half. Ball bouncing inside the 10-yard line and will be out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So this Redcoat offense gets ready to take this field. Out of bounds, down about near the 5-yard line. Flag down, though, as the ball went out of bounds. So this Redcoat offense will get the ball at about the 15-yard line. Cody Puzio with a great first half with a long passing touchdown to Gabe Rio on the right side of the field in the first quarter to get things started for this Redcoat offense. Empty backfield here for Puzio. Logan Dasher lined up on the far side with Carmine Rio on the near sideline on one-on-one coverage. Puzio takes a snap. He looks left side, and the pass is caught by Caden Torado for a short gain. This will bring up second down here for the Redcoats.
2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 now for the Berlin Redcoats, trying to get back in their offensive momentum, trying to see if they could pull off another big touchdown for themselves after a huge touchdown to Gabe Rio and a couple solid drives from Cody Puzio in his first start. Takes a snap, he fakes the handoff, he looks right side, dumps it off to DeJesus, who's caught, and he's going to be marked short of the first down inside the 40, about down near the 45.
He stopped just short of the first down. Third down, Redcoats. Ball on the 42.
Third down, Redcoats. Ball will be placed at the 42. Need to get to the 45 as this will bring up 3rd and 3 here for Berlin. Carmine Rio lined up on the left side. Going to be one-on-one coverage with Caden Torado in the slot with Logan Dasher lined up on the far right. Fakes a handoff. Puzio going to run, makes a move, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down. And so this Berlin Redcoat offense with a quick 3-and-out forced a punt.
Behind the line of scrimmage where they 4th down.
As Cyrus Revanoff gets ready to punt this one away. So this Daniel Hand offense scored twice, 8 points apiece, 2-point conversions, both runs up the middle from the quarterback. And a bad punt, which will sail out of bounds, about down near midfield. And Cyrus Revanoff with not the best punt, and it's not what you want if you're the Redcoat offense. And my good friend Tommy Crissetti is back.
Sorry about that.
And we are ready to just get this second half underway.
Ball is spotted on the Redcoats 45 where they 1st and 10.
Ball will be placed at the Redcoats' own 45-yard line as the Daniel Hand Tigers are already into Redcoat territory. Condrelli takes a snap. He hands it off to Narasi, and he's going to get a gain of about 2 to 3. Tyler Narashi with a gain of about 2, and this will bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Redcoats.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Logan Dasher lined up on the left side. Hands it off to Nasari again, and he's racked up!
The kind of momentum the Redcoats need. Those big plays.
Tyler Narachi is brought down the backfield, number 58, Will Bowling.
A loss of yards there, putting the Daniel Hand Tigers back on 3rd and 10. 3rd and 11 now for the Redcoats as this defense looks to try and maybe force a punt. As you may probably be looking for a pass here, Calandrelli takes a snap, rolls out to his right. He's looking to run. He'll tuck it and run, and he'll get shoved out of bounds. And no flag.
Freshman Nick Balicchia with a huge momentum-changing hit right there.
What a big play by the freshman who's getting starting reps as a freshman, Tommy. That's pretty insane.
Unheard of at this level, and some people might have called that a little bit of a late hit, but he rocked him.
Getting ready to punt this one away here on 4th and 5 as Carmine Rio gets back to return this punt. This punter we know has a leg. I think he might punt this one out of the back of the end zone, maybe try to punt it a little bit short here.
I think I want to try and force that return, try and pin them down inside the 10.
Yep. Getting ready to punt this one away, and this will fall inside the 15, get a bounce, and will fall out of the end zone as a touchback. And this Redcoat offense gets ready to take the field again at about the 20-yard line, 15-yard line.
That's huge for the Redcoats. If they got pinned down inside the 5, inside the 10, last time they were there, that's what really killed the momentum. They started a drive in there, and they were just not able to produce offensively. They were held back. They have to keep the ball moving. They have to keep getting forward, take the smart plays, make the smart passes. I think that's what Puzio is going to be up there to do.
Aiden DeJesus now in the backfield with Logan Dasher motioning across inside the slot. Torado and Rio are both on the outside, and looks like a timeout for Daniel Hand.
Daniel Hand, it is their first charge timeout of the half.
So Tommy, let me ask you, what do you think the Redcoats should do in this second half to, you know, further their chances of winning?
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Every sport is based on momentum. They have to keep the tide going their way. They have to push the momentum. They have to make smart plays. They have to push the ball down the field, but they need to make the good reads. They push the ball over the middle, cut up the defense, tire them out. They need to have a big, successful, probably long offensive drive, and then a quick 3-and-out right after that. Tire that defense out and don't give them the time to rest. That's what they need to do.
I would agree with you there. I feel like this defense has been a major part in why Daniel Hand is up in this game.
It's 1st and 10, ball on the 20.
Aiden DeJesus in the backfield. Fakes it, fires, and drop by Rio. Carmine Rio would have had a catch, but he dropped the ball. And this will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Redcoats as Cody Puzio tries to, you know, get back in his passing kind of game because he's been a pretty solid passer from what we've seen.
Rio pulls that in. He's probably running for another few yards. You're probably looking at a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 here. Instead, you got a 2nd and long. It's not the situation that you want to be in.
DeJesus in the backfield. Puzio rolls out to his right under pressure. He's going to tuck it and run, cuts up the middle, cuts back, and will get near a 1st down, which will bring up 3rd and just about a yard or 2 for the Berlin Redcoats here. What do you think you do here now, Tommy? Do you think you just run it, try and get that 1st down, or looks like
I think 2nd down. No, I think this is your chance. Push it, try a big play over the middle, really push the ball. Oh. Flag on the play.
Excuse us, flag on the play, which will push the Redcoats back to a long 2nd down. As this will bring up holding on the offense, which will bring up around 2nd and 19.
This is terrible for the Redcoats. 2nd and way long. Now they really need to, I would say, try and create a big play. Really, just get a chunk out of this 2nd and long so you have a manageable 3rd down.
You see Carmine Rio lined up on the left side with Caden Torado next to him. Puzio takes a snap. He's under pressure. He's going to roll out, fire deep down the field, and just missed. Gabe Rio, which would have been a huge play for the Berlin Redcoats. Now 3rd and long. What do you do here, Tommy?
Ask for a better placed ball than that. You have to try and get something like that going again. A big run, a big pass over the middle. Use your advantages. Play where you're use your strengths. They're playing incredibly well when they're rolling outside of the pocket, forcing the defense to move to their rhythm. I think if they dial up maybe a 15-yard slant here, get a couple yards after the catch, make it either get that first down or make it a manageable fourth down where they might consider going for it.
I agree. De Jesus in the backfield with Carmine Rio and Tirado next to each other.
Oh,
Dash
the
with
bad
an
snap
emotion,
over his
high
head.
snap, and Puzio just has to throw this one away, just short. A bad snap from the center, Jared Riley, and Puzio had to get up there and try to, save that ball, which would have been a safety, but he just threw it away in the nick of time.
Disaster of a play. That cannot be happening at this level. You got to hit your quarterback in the hands when you snap it. He hits him there, I guarantee you. They're pushing that ball down the field. They're looking for that first down. Instead, now they're going to have to punt on 4th and 20.
Yeah.
Way in their red zone. It's going to be a tight punt. It might be blocked. You never know.
We're looking at 4th and 20 here with Revenoff looking like he's going to punt this one away. As this Redcoat offense had 2 good drives and have really done nothing. I think you just have to really get back in a headspace, try to get away from those penalties, try to find your open man, play smart, which is what Puzio was doing earlier in the game. But I feel like now they realize that he can throw that deep ball. He's not going to be playing as smart, and he's getting a little bit too happy with that deep ball.
Something I have to say is Daniel Hand has recovered immensely well. They've adapted their game plan. Despite having a rough first quarter, they've changed their plan perfectly.
High punt will be fielded at about the 40. To return this, running down that left sideline, he has blockers, makes a move inside the 20, shoved all the way back inside the 25. So he was down near the red zone, got pushed back a bit, which is good for the Redcoats, but now Daniel Hand has amazing field position.
A little scruffle there on the Daniel Hand sideline. I think some choice words were said, but it seems like they've calmed anything down before anything escalated.
This Redcoats, they have to, get in their headspace. They're way too, they're just getting way too chippy. They can't really be playing like this because now they've gotten a little bit too over the moon after, that touchdown. I feel like they have not been playing the football they got out playing.
But despite that, they're still in this football game. If they can get a stop here, maybe a sack and pull them out of field goal range, or a turnover here would be huge. Seeing a one-on-one on the right side here.
They're going to hand it off to Nassari, and Nassari gets tackled at about the 15-yard line, nearing the first down.
Ran it right up the gut. You have to be able to stop that. Split your defense. If you get your defensive tackles split like that, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. This Redcoat defense, they have not been testing the secondary. They have been very run heavy, we've seen. Takes a snap. He'll fire, and it was knocked down by Will Balicki, I believe.
Looks like it was swatted down at the line of scrimmage. We're going to look at a 3rd and 2 here.
And it looks like Will Balicki is getting something checked out. Maybe a cramp on the sideline there as Cam Lavoie subs in for him, the sophomore. Toss right to Nassari. He'll get a gain of about 2. And this Redcoats team, I believe he's short of the first down, and he was.
Wow.
He was short of the first down, and now they're probably going to be going for this.
I'd be shocked. You know what? It's going to be a quarterback run right up the middle.
That's what they got to do. They got to send all their guys inside here.
But you can't rule out that swing to the left or right.
Yep. Sorry, the running back. On the give to him, and they hold him. And this Redcoat defense comes up with a huge defensive play to get this offense back on the field.
What a turnover. They stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Wow.
What a play by the Redcoats defense. I believe that was Nick Balicki who might have gotten in there.
Great play.
Great play by this Redcoats defense, who has definitely been the highlight of the night for the Redcoats.
They hit him early and they held on. They did not let anyone get moving.
Puzio back in the game. Gabriel lined up on the left side with Carmine Rio on the right side. Dasher and Tirado, the man in motion to the left.
Seeing one-on-one on Puzio's right side. He likes to roll out to that side. It's his strong hand side.
DeJesus will roll. DeJesus redirecting traffic, will lob it for Rio. Caught!
What a catch. On
Inside the
sideline.
35.
Did he pull it in
Did he hold it in? He did not. He couldn't hold it in. He had it, then he went down, lost possession of the football.
Brutal. Refs are chatting about
They
something
might be
over
looking
there.
at an illegal forward pass here. He was close to that line of scrimmage.
That could be it. That would be killer for the Redcoats.
Throws and incompletion to number 5.
Seems like no flag here, so like we said, they have to stay away from the offensive penalties, which has been limiting their offensive success.
Second down and 10.
But as I said, they're finding those one-on-one matchups on that side that Puzio really likes to roll to. He's looks like there was an offensive flag on that
And
play.
there was a flag.
5 yards.
So push him back, and we're facing a 1st and 15 now for the Redcoats as they're pushed back to their own 10-yard line.
They really just got to get out of their red zone. They got to get to the middle of the field and make something happen there.
Same 4 receivers in the game with DeJesus in the backfield. Puzio drops back, looking to throw, fires and just misses, man. Logan Dasher on the left side would have had a solid catch, which would have put him about 3 to 4 yards. Would be facing a
Third down and 15.
3rd and 11. Now you're facing a 3rd and 15. You got to go for the deep
As
ball
much
here.
as he just missed him, I think if you put that any closer, you're running the risk of an interception. Again, he's playing safe football. He's not trying anything big. He's not taking risks. He's taking what the defense is giving him.
I think you got to take the deep ball here, Tom.
I agree. I think at this point in the game, you're down 2 possessions. You really got to get the ball through the uprights or in the end zone.
I
You've
would
got to
agree
push it downfield.
Puzio rolls out to his right, looking to throw, and he just throws it away. They were in on him so fast where he had to just unload it.
Crowd calling for the flag.
And doesn't seem like we have to have a flag. So the Redcoats punt for the 2nd consecutive time this half as this Daniel Hand offense gets prepared to take the field. A similar drive to last drive. A penalty flushed out. They're passing the ball a lot. They have not really been run heavy. So this Daniel Hand defense has just had a field day with getting into Puzio as this Redcoat O-line has not been blocking the best.
I think that defensive front of Daniel Hand is really just a little too much for the Redcoat run game to try and push through.
Been really pass dominant. Revenoff to punt this one away. A good punt will be fielded about at the 45. Who cuts inside, has blockers, goes down the left side, got a good block up in the front, and he is brought down inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. And what a return from Daniel Hand, as this special teams for Berlin has not been the best today, Tommy.
I think the special teams is really where they have lost this game. They've not been able to keep Daniel Hand out of good field position. That good field position is creating easy drives. They're running that option offense, that play action, and
Speaking of the option offense, we might be seeing this option offense right here.
got to imagine it's going to be a QB run up the middle.
Nassari in the backfield. The give to Nassari. Makes a move. Cuts up. He is in for a Daniel Hand touchdown. Tyler Nassari, the senior running back, has just scored his first touchdown today.
And that is going to put Hand up 22-7. The Redcoats
Down in the mud, Tommy.
not where you wanted to be.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2 again. Have not attempted an extra point in this game.
I think Daniel Hand has really built their offense on those 2-point attempts. They have such great success in the short field.
Drops back to pass. Throws the screen. Got a good block and jumps
And
into
he
the
is
end zone
in.
for the 2-point conversion. And Daniel Hand, they have just attempted every 2-point conversion and they've converted it every single time, Tommy.
They're unable to stop that inside the 5 yard. It's almost guaranteed once Daniel Hand gets inside the 5-yard line, they're going to score. There's really nothing the Redcoats can seemingly do about it.
I mean, Paul Calandrelli, they've been really run dominant. They've shut down Calandrelli, but They forgot about the running back, Tommy.
Yeah. I think they overcommitted to shutting down the QB, and it just left a wide open screen.
Yeah.
The Rubiak family, the Heiberg family, Imaging,
Torado and Carmine Rio back deep to receive this kick after a big touchdown from Daniel Hand to put him up 3 possessions.
You got to imagine the Redcoat mentality here is let's prove them wrong. Let's fight back. Let's get into this game. Let's make it a close one.
Yeah. If they can get a good return here, I mean, maybe momentum can be reset, get a defensive stop, score a touchdown, get back in the game, Tom.
Ooh.
Deep kick here, and this one will sail into the end zone for the touchback. And so this Redcoat offense gets prepared to take the field again, trying to get back what they had on these first 2 drives, which was really special.
Guarantee you that low line drive of a kick was intentional. You're trying to stop the Redcoats from moving that football forward. You want to just give them that mediocre 20-yard field position.
Yeah.
Don't give them anything for free.
We'll see what Puzio can, design here. I mean, Cody Puzio has definitely proved a lot of people wrong, saying that maybe he's not ready for, the spotlight yet, especially being a junior. But he's taking on this role nicely. Empty backfield here for Puzio with Torado in the slot. DeJesus motions back in the backfield. Puzio drops back, looking to throw. He finds his man Rio, who tries to shake off a tackle and gets a gain of about 4 to 5. And so it's to bring up 2nd down here for the Redcoats.
Well, that's what they need to do. They just need to start moving the ball, start getting those plays. I think they need to stop favoring that rolling out to the right pass, because if it's not there, Daniel Hand has started to recognize it and cover it really well. When it's not there, the play almost always blows up. He's forced to run out of bounds.
I agree,
He's forced
Tommy.
to throw it away or make a throw that might be picked off.
Now this Redcoat offense faces 2nd and 6. Hand it off. DeJesus cuts it up, has a block. DeJesus cuts up down the sideline. DeJesus breaks another tackle and is brought down into Daniel Hand territory inside the 40.
It's got to be what you're looking for. That big chunk play right down the sideline. Great job. The blockers got out in front. They created the lanes for him to run through. Cannot imagine a run going better than that one.
This is what we said. I mean, they had to get back to that run game. They've completely motioned away from the run game, and now that they're back in the run game, now this forces Daniel Hand to scramble with their defensive plan. Puzio back to pass. He's looking left side, and the pass is caught by Rio, who will be tackled by 3 inside the 35, down near the 30.
I think I'm starting to see the formula the Redcoats are going for. They're trying to get that chunk play on 1st down, give themselves a couple chances to get those 2 or 3 yards. Maybe they can rip a big chunk out of it. Maybe they can, maybe they just need those 2 or 3 yards to get that 1st down, but maybe they can push it further downfield and keep that momentum going.
I agree, Tommy. Now the Redcoats will be facing 2nd and 2. Carmine Rio lined up on the left side, Torado in the slot on the right side. They're going to hand it off to DeJesus, who breaks a tackle and is pulled down.
For the 1st down.
And not before he could get the 1st down. And so Aiden DeJesus with another solid run for the Redcoats to give him a fresh new set of downs.
Now,
Stop at the 30-yard line for a Redcoats first down.
So Redcoat 1st down here off the run by Aiden DeJesus.
you got to imagine they're going to do that same thing. Quick pass out to the side, let him get a couple yards after the catch, and then just pound the ball up the middle.
Puzio drops back to pass, fires and dropped by Torado.
Can't be what's happening.
Would have had a gain of about 3 or 4 had he reeled that one in.
This formula that's working so well, hitting the short pass, breaking the tackle, getting the few yards, just completely falls apart if you can't make those simple routine catches.
Yeah. This Redcoat Red Sea is allowed. Puzio flushed out to his left, fires, flag down as the ball sails out of bounds, incomplete, but there is a flag.
Some choice words down on the sideline between Rio and the Hand defender. You've got to imagine this is going to be a
And I think
pass
this
interference
flag is
on
going to
the
be on
defense.
Daniel Hand, and they might be able to get a 1st down here.
Holding called against the defense.
gonna
And
be
holding on the defense, this will be a first down for Berlin as they are able to get to the 20-yard line. And so a fresh new set of downs for the Redcoats as they are inside the red zone.
This is huge.
First and 10 ball on the 20.
Now you gotta think they're gonna hit that short pass and they're gonna run it up the middle. They're gonna use what's been working this drive. Daniel Hand has not really been able to adapt to it that well. They're scared of that deep ball that was killing them early on.
I agree. They've been scared of the deep ball. They've been really pass heavy. The Redcoats have, and a high snap. Puzio was able to reel that one back in. Will tuck it and run on the right side and get a gain of about 4 yards. And so this will bring up second down here for the Redcoats. Coming up shortly. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. A touchdown here. You are back in this game. You get a defensive stop. You get the ball back. I mean,
so then here really comes the question. Are you going for 2 here?
I think you do. I think you do go for 2. Obviously,
it's not going to make it any less of a. It's going to keep the possession count the same, but
24-15 would be a lot better than 24-14. Fires to Toronto inside the 10-yard line, and he's taken down short of the 5-yard line. And Puzio found that quick pass to Caden Toronto, like we were saying earlier, Tommy.
It seems like the Redcoats really are moving.
And they have been playing really well, especially without one of their key offensive players, Kyle Melville. De Jesus has taken that role to be the starting running back, and we just showed what he can show in this game.
Do you think that Melville's presence would have made this a much closer game?
I feel like it would have. Fires left side, Toronto again. Gets a gain of about 2 yards there, 2 to 3 yards, and so this Redcoat offense gets brought up second down shortly.
It's wrapped up quickly.
But like we said, Puzio looking for those quick passes, Tommy.
You got to imagine they're just going to try and keep getting a little bit closer to the end zone. You don't want to take a shot and then be stuck on another 3rd and long.
I agree. So this will bring up second down here for the Redcoats as they're in 2nd and goal now inside the 10-yard line. Puzio drops back to pass, fires left side and batted down. Would have had a touchdown had Carmine Rio reeled that one in on the left side.
Great defensive play there. You got your hand in, you punched the ball out, you didn't let him get the catch. Now I got to ask you, is this 4-down territory, or are you just going to take the points, take the field goal, more play for the tie rather than play for that lead?
I mean, if you kick a field goal, you got to hope that you get a stop. A touchdown here could really put this game away, especially with not much time left in this third quarter, 2 minutes to go. Puzio takes a snap. He's flushed out back in the tuck it and run. Touchdown, Redcoats! Cody Puzio runs it up the middle for a Redcoat touchdown.
It's exactly what they needed. They moved the ball quick, they got into the red zone, and they used their strengths to their advantages.
And they're gonna
score the touchdown.
They're gonna take this extra point here.
Solner out there.
Missed one earlier, looking to try and redeem himself.
Got to think about it. If he hadn't missed that one earlier,
we would have been in a completely different.
And this is now cut. Then this would have been cut to a 1-possession game.
Yeah. Solner, the kick is up, and the kick is right through the uprights, and Solner redeems himself on that one as the Redcoats cut this down to a 10-point game with 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Tommy, how are we feeling about this Redcoats defense coming back out on the field?
24-14, momentum in your favor. You gotta it has to be a short possession. You have to keep it. You have to put them in a 3rd and long and not let them use their legs. You have to stop them quick. Maybe have them take a tackle for loss. You have to play good, aggressive defense here to really have a chance.
The defense has been the highlight of this whole game for the Redcoats, Tommy. Obviously, this special teams is the part we are most worried about. They have to get right to the man. They can't let them get another return inside the 40.
Exactly. A muffed catch here would be huge. Turnover right now, just the momentum completely flips.
A muffed kick would be absolutely huge, and they look like they're going to move this ball up a little bit.
Looks like they were
Switching fields, they were lined up on the wrong side.
Wrong side.
Lined up on the wrong side.
Redcoats were accidentally kicking away from their end zone, but it seems like they've got it figured out now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how you make that mistake, Tommy. I mean,
I'm not really sure, but let's hope it does not impact.
Maybe got a little bit too happy after that touchdown.
I am sure the coaches will have plenty of things to say about that come Monday afternoon.
I mean, a big mistake, and Solner ready to kick this one away. A low kick driven and bouncing inside the 10 will be fielded at about the 7-yard line, brought up at about the 25. And so this Redcoat special teams did get to him, and there's a flag down on this Redcoat special teams. And again, Tommy, this Redcoat special teams.
They're falling apart. However, that was exactly the kind of kick you were looking for. A little lower, but it was a knuckleball. It was spinning. He was not able to catch it clean. It bounced.
Yep.
And it really slowed him down on it being able to get yards here.
Not able to catch it clean is exactly what they would have needed to try and get more time to try and get down there and bring him down, Tommy.
Seems now like this penalty is going to negate that well-done kick.
Snap will be about at the 25-yard line as this Redcoat defense looking to just try to make another stop. The ball will be placed at the 35, excuse me.
Ooh.
40.
Seemed like we were looking at a
15-yard penalty.
15-yard, probably a unsportsmanlike conduct or a taunting call.
So this Redcoat defense, if they can get a stop here, and if this Redcoat offense can score another touchdown, you are in this game. You make it a 3-point game. Handoff, Nasari is wrapped up immediately, down at about the line of scrimmage.
They hit him hard, they hit him fast, they held on. He's so good at shaking tackles, but they held on him, they didn't let him keep going. So very well done defensive play by your Redcoat defensive front.
Brings up second down here for the Redcoats.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Let's go, defense!
They're going to be pushed back about 1 yard, bringing up 2nd and 11 here for the Redcoats. As they forced them back out right to Nasari at the line of scrimmage. And if you're Calandrelli, I feel like you have to pass here. I don't think you run.
Disagree. That run game has been
They
so
do
good.
run, running up the right side, cuts back to the middle, and is brought down inside the 45 near midfield.
Incredibly well done by Daniel Hand. It gave him a 5 or a 4 yard gain. It's all they need is just those 5 or 4 yards, and they will have that first down. The Redcoats need to hit him behind the line of
Brings it
scrimmage.
at about
They gotta get to him early.
Brings it at about the 47, which will bring up 3rd and 4 for the Berlin Redcoats. Defense, if they can make a big play here, I feel like momentum is completely set for them, and then they could just take this momentum and run. Calandrelli fakes it, fires left side, and the pass is caught. Breaks a tackle and is down into Redcoat territory inside the 40.
It seemed like the Redcoat defense was scrambling around just before that play. Not what you were looking for.
Yeah,
Gave up that pass
Calandrelli.
over the middle.
Calandrelli with one of his first passes of this entire half as we are coming to a close here in the 3rd quarter.
They've been so run heavy in those small yardage situations. I think they just assumed
Have
that
about
they'd run it up the middle.
10
and
seconds to go, and they're going to let this clock wind down into the 4th quarter. So a solid quarter for both teams as the Redcoats are still in this game, but Daniel Hand seems to be pulling away.
the Redcoats can get a stop here and score, then I think they have a chance to make it happen.
I agree. So let me ask you, Tommy, do you think the presence of Melville and especially Rivera would make a big impact in this game?
I think it would. The help on that defensive front, and Melville is such an offensive weapon. He's so dynamic. He's averaging over 100 yards a game.
Yeah.
I think it really would have helped. We're now going to have a Redcoat replay of that last touchdown.
Cernic Family, Sin Fitness, Sliders Grill and Bar, Springbrook Ice and Fuel, STSI, the Peacock Foundation.
And so Puzio with Caden Tirado in the backfield, takes a snap, play fake. He is running around looking for something, cuts it up the middle, sees he has a lane, and jumps into the end zone for a Redcoat touchdown. A solid run for Cody Puzio. As we can see, we're probably going to see a lot more runs in this fourth quarter if they get the ball, Tommy.
Got to imagine they have to take advantage of Puzio's legs. They're a great weapon of his, and they really are going to help the Redcoats get back in this game.
Yeah. So they'll switch fields here. Man in motion to the right. They're going to give it to him. Looking for a block. He got one on the outside. Running down that right sideline, and Hugh can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Redcoats.
And
Daniel Hand, touchdown. Daniel Hand.
Touchdown by Daniel Hand, and they really just cracked that game open. Really destroyed any remnants of hope the Redcoats had for that comeback. You got to think the Redcoats did not take advantage of their offensive opportunities.
Still 11:50 left to go, but 14-30. I mean, this game has just been all Daniel Hand after the first two offensive drives of the game for the Berlin Redcoats.
With this
as we're going for a two-point conversion here, Calandrilli takes it up the middle, and they're going to stop him short of the two-point conversion.
Got to him this time.
Again, jawing at each other late.
Gives a little head tap to lineman Nicky Ibrahimi, but
as this Berlin Redcoats special teams gets ready to take the field again. And I mean, this game
need to have a quick scoring drive and then a quick stop.
If you can score and probably try to get under maybe 9 minutes, get another stop, score again, you are in this game.
But here's the thing. With that stopping, they stopped them on the two-point conversion. It's still a two-possession game. As long as they can convert their two-point conversions, they're 16 points away. They have to still approach the game with the same mindset they had last drive. Got to get the ball in the end zone. You got to convert for two.
If you score, you have to go for two, Tommy. I agree with you. You have to go for two. If you convert that, get a stop, score another touchdown, go for two, you have a tie game. Here in the fourth quarter.
11:51 to go. Rio and Tirado, as they have been all game, lined up, ready to receive the kick.
Rio and Tirado deep, two of their fastest players on the team, and the kick is away. A low sinking kick will bounce out about the 15, fielded inside the 10. Rio looking for some blocks, cuts it upfield, and will be brought down inside the 25-yard line. And this Redcoat offense needs to have a quick score here. Try to get under 9 minutes, go for two, get another stop, go for two.
Exactly, but I just want to highlight that special teams difference. Similar kicks from the Redcoats last time in that one right there, but notice Daniel Hand got the blockers out in front of their receiver. They got them out there ready to stop any oncoming defenders. Rio was left basically by himself out there. He was surrounded almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
Just that special teams aggression that Daniel Hand has that's really creating a big difference here.
Logan Dasher in the slot with Gabe Rio lined up on the right side. Caden Tirado in the slot on the left side. Puzio looking to throw. He's going deep for Tirado, and he just missed him. Tipped off his hands. Would have had a touchdown had Tirado reeled that one in. Had complete separation and just couldn't reel it in.
Tirado had his man beat by 3 or 4 yards, more than enough. It hit him in the hands. He would have been able to waltz in for a touchdown, but now the Redcoats are still back deep in their own territory.
I mean, he completely had him wide open, but Tirado dropped his last couple of passes. I mean, he's still been playing great, but that one could really come back to bite the Redcoats.
That's a couple of really bad drops by Tirado now, things that you gotta be able to pull in.
Play fake, fires left side, and the pass is caught by Rio, who slipped inside the 30, and a gain of about 2, 3 yards, 2, 3, 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play. It is 3rd down and 6.
Now, bringing up 3rd and 6, what do you do here? I think you pass, Tommy.
I think you gotta pass. You gotta let the ball fly. Really try and hit someone over the middle, or maybe one of those short passes and let them shake off that defender like they was working earlier.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
Puzio Rolls out to his right, throws it, and nearly intercepted. Would have been a huge play for Daniel Hand, and this Redcoat offense forced off the field again.
Bringing the punt team on. I
disagree with this.
I disagree. I think at this point in the game, you really got to go for it. You got to take that shot. You're down 2 possessions with 10:49 left against a team where you have not been as successful defensively as you really have wanted to. You've got to take the shot, try and push the ball down the field, and see if you can make a miracle happen.
I mean, a pick 6 here would be huge. Even a muffed punt would be amazing for the Redcoats, but they have to get down there quick, Tommy.
You got to imagine they're going to kind of try and hit a knuckleballer of a punt.
Revving off with the punt is away, and will be fair catch inside the 25-yard line near the 20. And so this Redcoat defense coming back out on the field, and I mean,
was almost dropped on that punt.
Yeah,
that would have been
dropped.
huge.
That would have been amazing for the Redcoats, because even if you fair catch it, if it goes off your hands, that is still considered a fumble.
And irregardless of whether or not he got the ball or not, it would have pushed him way, way back deep into his own territory.
So a great punt inside the 25 here as this Redcoat defense looking to try and make a stop. A pick 6 here would be huge.
Pick 6, a quick 3 and out, a fumble, anything to turn the ball over, get the ball back into Puzio's hand.
Calandrelli takes a snap, drops back, looking to throw, fires, and wide open, and shoves off a man, has room, got a good block, cuts inside, and he is gone. Touchdown, Daniel Hand, and you can really put this one away, Tommy.
At that point, there's really not much you can do. He got wide open over the middle. Calandrelli delivered a strike right across the logo, and he just used his legs and his size, and he just fought his way into the end zone on that one.
Perfect ball over the middle, I can't lie. Calandrelli now passing the ball more than we probably would have anticipated in the second half, considering it didn't really work out in the first half.
I think that was part of their game plan, to kind of hide his arm in the first half and then really let it come to life in the second.
And we are looking at the first PAT attempted from Daniel Hand.
Honestly, I didn't know if this day would ever come.
I agree with you, Tommy. Just 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. And the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Never mind.
And so this Redcoat offense is going to come back out on the field.
Unless this
And
flag
there might be a flag. And we'll check the call. False start on the kicking team, so they'll be pushed back for a long PAT team. Do you go for 2? Do you go for 2, Tom?
No. At this point, I would say you have had those explosive deep plays, but you really don't need to. It would really just be adding salt to the wound. Let your kicker put it through. That kick, irregardless, it could have been the distance it was. You could have added 10 or 15 yards onto it. It was right down the middle. Just let him put it through the uprights.
Pretty long kick, though, for Daniel Hand. We don't know how good this kicker actually is because he hasn't attempted PATs. He hasn't.
He has not.
We've only seen kickoffs, and that's it.
Seems like the penalty is just going to completely...
The kick is good. The penalty will be applied on
The kick is good. It was on the Redcoats, and so Daniel Hand takes a 37-14 lead, 10:30 left. I mean, you could really put this one to sleep here, Tommy.
I really think that is it. 23-point lead. That is
unheard of if you come back from this, Tommy.
It is. It's a 3-possession game, and you have to convert every single 2 points just to get yourself there. I don't think it's going to happen.
Not considering defensive stops, too.
Exactly. You've got to get quick 3 and outs. I think the Redcoats are going to keep fighting. They don't ever really take the foot off the gas. They keep fighting.
Now what we're looking at for Daniel Hand is we're probably going to be looking at, chewing clock. That's pretty much what we're probably going to be looking at here.
Absolutely. I would bet you they run it up the middle and just let the time drain away. Got 10:28 left in the game. As of right now, we are counting 8 injured members of the
Squib
Redcoats.
kick will be bounced all the way back inside the 20, fielded by Torado, looking for a block, and he is hit hard inside the 25-yard line. And so this Redcoat offense needs a quick touchdown.
As much as I know I've said it, the special teams difference is such a stark factor.
Unbelievable. This special teams really has to be working on getting to their Daniel Hand's guys. They haven't done it this entire game.
They've got to get out in front, and they've got to block. The Redcoats lining up on offense.
As Puzio gets ready to get back in the game with DeJesus in the backfield. They're going to give it to DeJesus, and who is hit hard immediately. Couldn't even get any room as he is brought down.
Wallowed
with
up.
The no gain here for the Redcoats as clock keeps running. I think you just go for a deep ball here.
You've got to just try and get some chunk of yards. Just try and add something on.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 for the Redcoats. DeJesus lined up in the backfield with Gabriel lined up on the right side on our near sideline. Puzio drops back to pass, rolls out to his right, will fire and tipped and nearly intercepted.
Great defensive play there. Getting up in the air, getting his hands on the ball, almost picked it off. Would have been an absolute nail in the coffin.
Would have been a huge play for Daniel Hand as they would have clinched this win right here for a big win at Sage Park.
Big win on the road, away from their adoring fans, but they still came in. They got it done.
Student section of 10 or 12, really passionate fans showing up, decked out in highlight gear.
I'm sure our Red Sea will be highlighted as soon as they can.
It's a really fun night, highlight night, and dumps it off to DeJesus, who's looking for a block. He got one, cuts inside, gets a stiff arm, and is brought down near midfield. At about the 49-yard line, big play from Aiden DeJesus.
Like the Redcoats aren't dead yet. Big chunk. They're moving. They still want to fight.
They're still going to fight. They're still going to keep pushing.
It's a great mentality to have.
It's not quite garbage time yet.
No, I would not say it is.
23-point game, but it's not quite garbage time. You still have 9:25 left to go in this game. You have to convert every single 2-point conversion. Puzio drops back to pass. He's looking long for Rio and just overthrew him by about a yard. Who would have probably had a touchdown had he dropped it right in the bucket, Tommy.
Seems like Puzio's distance control has not been
after that one deep ball. After that one deep ball, he got greedy with, these deep balls and just overthrew like numerous. I think he overthrew like 4 or 5, but still is going for them, still trying to fight and show what he can do. As Hunter Ellison is in the game for one of his first offensive snaps of the game, his second offensive snap of this game, one in the first quarter, one in the fourth, as Puzio rolls out to his left, looking to throw, fires, and intercepted by Daniel Hand, and you can really call this one over, Tommy.
You're rolling to your left. You can't try and force it back to the middle. You got to put it down the sideline. They put it just a little bit too far toward the center of the field. And
with that interception, it will be 1st and 10 Tigers.
And a big defensive play from the Daniel Hand Tigers. And I think now you just run. You just run out the clock, try to chew clock down as much as you can. You have a 23-point lead.
Exactly. Just run, wait as long as you can between each and every play.
1st and 10, ball to 43.
As we might be able to start seeing some empty seats coming here.
You might. Seems as if fans are starting to leave and going to their other plans for the evening.
Running left side, and he's got blockers tiptoeing down the sideline and dragged out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Great tackle made by Nick Balicki, the freshman again. I will say,
he's got
highlight for the Redcoats this game. That concession booth had a heck of a hot dog.
Heck of a hot dog, heck of a burger, Tom.
If anyone comes here to visit us for our future home games, I have to recommend you go and visit that concession booth run by the class of 25.
If you ever take a trip down here to Sage Park to watch the Berlin Redcoats play, or really any sport in general, you have to try out the concession booth. It's amazing.
Daniel Hand was pulled back after that play. Seems there was a foul on the play.
Brought back inside the 45. Handed off to Nasari, who gets across midfield near the first down.
Runs it up the middle, he gets the first down. It's exactly what you got to do at this point in the game. You really just got to push forward, make those kinds of plays.
I mean, I think you do, Tommy. I mean, they're just going to be running this ball, trying to chew down clock as much as they can. As Calandrelli gets ready to take off another offensive snap. Calandrelli drops back to pass. He's looking over the middle, and the pass is caught again. No one near him. Touchdown, Daniel Hand. And this one is just a nail in the coffin, Tommy.
It's over. The Redcoats they've fallen asleep on defense. They haven't been able to stop it. Once Daniel Hand, their passing game, once they started getting going, it was really just an unstoppable weapon.
Calandrelli with his third passing touchdown of this game. As the BHS Berlin High School Redcoat, I mean, they just can't do anything in their secondary after this first couple of drives.
Feels like this really is it. You got to start to really think, what are the Redcoats going to do at practice this week to prepare them for next Friday?
I mean, special teams work, I think, needs to be done. I think you need to watch those passes over the middle, especially with these Daniel Hand receivers, unbelievably fast. Kick is up, and the kick is through the uprights.
I think they also got to focus on making the tackles on the hit. There's been so many broken tackles by Daniel Hand tonight. Getting hit, but fighting through it and carrying on for a few more yards. It's really been a big thing that the Redcoats have struggled with.
Daniel Hand 44, Berlin 14, with 8 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the
Now
game.
the thing that has probably been very noticeable in this game, the weather, Tommy. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity 90% with 0-mile-per-hour winds.
I did feel a little sprinkle at one point. I didn't know if we were going to have to move our situation a little bit, but seems as if they've played on. You know, it's cooled down a little bit, but it's cooled down just as the Redcoats offense has.
Yep. Now the Daniel Hand Tigers ready to kick this one away in an absolute beatdown, a 30-point blowout so far for Daniel Hand, and 8:02 left in the game. If you were to look at this, you would think it's the final score, but no, 8 minutes left, Tommy. Daniel Hand gets
at
ready
this point, you really got to think, are the Redcoats just going to let the clock bleed? Or are they just going to
maybe even put in a couple, maybe even other quarterbacks, maybe? Yeah. Maybe put Puzio out of the game. Of course, he's going to be your starter. Don't really want to risk any injury.
Yeah, I am seeing the Red Sea does seem to be emptying.
Seeing a lot of empty seats here in the Red Sea.
Fans are beginning to leave.
But we will stick around because we don't want to lose our job.
Nope, we're supposed to be here. You gotta imagine. I can't imagine the Redcoats not trying to continue to push that ball. They're gonna keep
looking at this Red Sea. Not so much people in this Red Sea. A lot of empty seats, especially up top.
Some might call it a red pond.
Puzio takes a snap, hands it off to De Jesus, who's running through arm tackles, looking to sneak around and gets inside the 35-yard line down near the 40.
I will say, De Jesus has had a very nice second half here. He's been running the ball well. He's been breaking tackles. He's been pushing the ball forward. If you're looking for a silver lining, it's right there for you.
Yep. De Jesus, if they would have implemented him in the game plan earlier, we probably would have seen.
They were so focused on getting the ball through the air and not letting that big defensive front get to them. I really don't think they took advantage of some of that running talent that they had.
Back to the Red Sea. The Red Sea is draining. Puzio takes a snap, looking to throw, pumps, looks, and just tosses it away. As Puzio rolls out to his right pretty much every play before the pocket even collapses.
Seems like he feels really comfortable rolling to his right and just trying to flick that ball down the field. He has great arm strength. He's able to get it that distance, but his receivers do not seem to be able to get open.
He's able to get, I mean, his ball control deep has definitely been a big problem. I mean, if he just, you know, even dropped it right in the bucket on multiple of those plays, this game would have been a completely different game.
Exactly. That's a couple touchdowns right there for the Redcoats that I'm sure they're missing out on right now.
Especially a couple in this second half. One to Torado, one to Rio. Puzio hands it off to Jesus again, breaking tackles left and right and gets inside the 40.
13, Aiden De Jesus runs the ball.
And De Jesus has had a really solid, you know, second half. I mean, if they just implement him in the game earlier, and I think if Melville's not able to play next week, they will implement him in the game plan much more, Tommy.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're really seeing in the second half. He does have a lot of poise back there. He's running well. He's patient. It's almost like he's running in slow motion, just evading defenders, and I think it is something that will definitely implement more next week.
Strong running back, breaking tackles left and right. Puzio fakes the handoff, and he's looking to tuck it and run. Puzio runs down the right sideline and shoved out of bounds into Daniel Hand territory.
Cody Puzio runs himself out of bounds after picking up a Redcoats first down.
Another thing I think they need to implement more next week is Puzio's legs. He is so fast. He's so agile. That first big chunk play that they had came from him just running. He just, his pocket collapsed, but he worked to push forward and to get those yards.
They're down at about the 49-yard line, and so, I mean, we could possibly call this garbage time here, Tommy.
I think we are reaching that point, but the Redcoats are still fighting.
High snap. Puzio just has to throw it away again. Under pressure all night, Puzio rolling out to his right. He's been really comfortable there, but he's always been under pressure, just having to unload it every single play.
I think another thing alongside of the special teams is the offensive line has been opening up has been not stopping defenders from getting to Puzio.
Yeah.
There's been several offline or high snaps that have really just not worked for him.
I agree. Empty backfield here for Puzio with Gabriel lined up on the left side with Logan Dasher, the man in motion to the left. Puzio rolls out to his left. He's going to tuck it and run, make a move, and he's going to be racked up for a loss inside their own 45-yard line.
Seems like he never even thought about throwing it, and he just got wrapped up back there. The blocking just not there, really.
The blocking has not been there this game. No, it has not, Tommy. They have not been blocking well, and Puzio has been under pressure all night. They have not been able to give him what he wants. He wants to roll out every single play.
Exactly. Puzio's looking a little dinged up there at the end of the play, but he seems to be walking fine now.
Love to see it. Don't want to see any of our players get hurt, especially in this time of the game with, you know, under 6 minutes to go. You're down by 30. You don't really want to see any injuries.
Absolutely. You just got to really, really hope that everyone stays healthy. You can't risk an injury here.
You cannot play fake. Puzio rolls out to his right, fires 50-50 ball intended for Gabriel and swatted down, and another big play from this Daniel Hand secondary, and they're looking like they're gonna come punt this one away. And so the special teams has to get to, you know, the guy who's returning it deep. Obviously, you know, it's not really gonna matter at this time of the game, but, you know, just to get a feel of what they should be doing in games to come.
As well, these defensive ends really have been playing phenomenal, or excuse me, these defensive backs for Daniel Hand have been playing phenomenally. I do not think that Berlin has won a single one of these contested catches. They've been getting up there, they've been swatting at the ball and playing really good defense.
This Redcoat sideline looking a little angry, looking a little aggravated after, you know, a couple bad drives in this half. And that is Cam Lavoie to punt that one away. Ball will be fielded inside the 20, breaks a tackle and has some blockers, cuts back to the outside, gets a stiff arm, looking for a block, stops and starts and stays in bounds and brought down outside. The numbers on the left side, out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, and this Red Sea is empty, Tom.
Yeah, no, they are leaving pretty quickly, and I think a lot of it just comes down to game not going how they wanted it.
Trying to beat traffic here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm dreading the traffic that's going to happen after this game. I've got things to do.
Might be tough for you, Tommy. I don't drive.
Personally, I was going to stay here until this place was empty, and then I was going to leave to avoid that said traffic.
But probably going to stay here for another hour. I mean, team talks and all that, but getting back on the bus for Daniel Hand, it's going to be a fun hour 15 ride home as the handoff goes to the right side as he breaks a couple tackles and down near midfield. Tyler Nassari has been a big player, especially in this second half.
second and 1.
Under 5 minutes to go now here.
Under 5 minutes to go, 30-point game here in this fourth quarter. I mean, Daniel Hand, I don't know if they're going to just run the clock out and Tyler Nassari gets a gain of about 5. I don't know, or 2. I don't know if they're going to really run this clock out or if they're just going to, you know, just try to embarrass the Redcoats defense.
Seems like they're just going to try and run it up the middle. They're going to play the honorable way, just try and gain a few yards at a time, just bleed that clock until it's out.
Yeah. So we're seeing a couple people leave here. Beat traffic. Tommy's going to be stuck in traffic for an hour and a half, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not going to be fun.
Nassari takes it up the gut, breaks a tackle, trucks a man, and gets inside the 40, down near about the 35-yard line.
He's running people over. He's both elusive, but he's powerful. He's got so much strength behind his running.
Ton of strength indeed, Tommy. I mean, especially this quarterback. He probably has the most strength I've seen from a runner. Calandrelli has definitely been a huge part of why Daniel Hand is winning this game.
Feels like any
Toss,
run that they're
running
making.
to the right side and tiptoes on the sideline and shoved out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Feels like any run that Daniel Hand is making, they just cannot get tackled. They're just getting run over every single time.
So under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Redcoats, I mean, they start out this game amazing, but, you know, Daniel Hand is just amazing. They pulled away at the end of this second half especially.
They really are just a good football team. They're fundamentally sound. They make the big plays. They play smart.
Big reason why they're ranked number 11 in the state. Calandrelli hands it off. Nassari cuts it up the gut on the right side and gets inside the 25-yard line.
The ball for the Tigers. He'll pick up a Daniel Hand first down.
This time I got to ask, what are we doing after the game tonight?
After the game tonight, honestly, I'm going to go wherever the wind takes me.
We're picking up food or what?
Yes, without a doubt. There's going to be some amount of food involved. That hot dog I ate at halftime did not satisfy my hunger.
Was not.
Got to imagine that my evening is going to include Chili's.
Chili's.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Tommy, as we are getting ready for another Daniel Hand snap as Calandrelli is looking to hand it off to Nassari, and Nassari up the gut again. Runs over, man. It took about 4 Redcoat defenders to bring him down inside the 15-yard line.
Seemed like he kept running for another 5, 6, even 7 yards after he got hit. And at that point, you just got to be amazed at the strength he has.
He has a lot of strength as a runner. He's a really good runner, Tommy. I mean, we've seen it in this game. Daniel Hand fans have probably seen it in both of their wins as they're going to advance to 3-0 here on this season and keep their undefeated record as the Redcoats will advance to 1-2 on the year. Hands it off. Nassari is going to be racked up immediately.
But the time keeps clicking as we get closer to that 2-minute mark.
Gain of 1 on the play, second down and 9.
You know,
If you ever take a trip down to Berlin, go ahead to the Berlin Peck Library.
you know, Berlin Peck Memorial Library.
We gotta-
It's an amazing place. You got tons of books, tons of stuff to do. Certainly better than the blowout the Redcoats are experiencing now.
Toss to Nassari, looking for a block. Nassari cuts it to the outside and is brought down by the legs. Flagged down as he was brought down at about the 10-yard line.
Got to imagine this is a hold on
The offense, you got to hope it's a hold on the offense because everything has just been in Daniel Hand's favor. Still some passionate Redcoat fans here, probably waiting for their rides. Ball will be pushed back to the 25 as it was, I believe, a holding penalty on Daniel Hand with time winding down, 1:39 left to go in the game. As this Redcoat defense looks to just try and not let up any more points. Hands it off. Nasari's brought down immediately. Or that's not Nasari, that is another running back that they brought in the game, probably trying to take out Nasari because he's their best running back and don't want to really get him hurt. Now Nasari's coming back in the game.
At this point, maybe looking for a little 1-2 punch here.
Under a minute to go here. 44-14. As the Redcoats are going to advance to 1-2 on the year. Not the best start as they're going to kneel this one down. Walk back and take a knee, and so they might just run this clock out here.
That is going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's going to do it.
The Redcoats fall 44-14 against the Daniel Hand Tigers.
Berlin advances to 1-2 as Daniel Hand advances to 3-0, staying undefeated on the year. A huge road win coming into Sage Park at Scalise Field. And I mean, this is going to be a tough Monday practice for the Berlin Redcoats.
Absolutely. Got to imagine they're going to rework some stuff over the weekend and over the course of this next week to prep for next Friday.
I agree, Tommy. And this Daniel Hand team excited about the win, as this Redcoat team they're not so excited as they look a little mad there on the sideline. I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot of tough, you know, they're going to be seeing a lot of tough drills at practice on Monday.
Absolutely.
So Daniel Hand 3-0, Berlin 1-2 on a 44-14 game as this closes this game here at Scalise Field at Sage Park.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. Have a good one.
Against Manchester High School.